today. In Jesus' mighty name I pray. Thank God, amen.
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 Y'all have a good weekend, and we'll see you on Monday. We'll be faith walking,
Love talking.
Enjoy living.
on Get Up Mornings. Bye, everybody.
Love you, mama.
Bye, Lily.
Get up, 'cause you can't stop. Get up, got a lot to do. 24 hours, almost gone. Get up.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt?
With Civic Tax Relief, they were able to save me upwards of $80,000 that I would have had to pay had I not reached out to them.
Get ready for a toll-free hotline. Take advantage of new IRS tax forgiveness programs that may protect you from IRS collection agencies.
I owe the IRS $37,000.
They have the power to garnish your wages, put liens on your property, and levy your bank account. Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS.
Civic Tax Relief basically represented me against the IRS. By the time everything was completed, I didn't owe the IRS anything.
Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
I would recommend anyone who has a tax problem to contact Civic Tax Relief.
Just call 800-285-3500, 800-285-3500. Don't wait. Call now. 800-285-3500, 800-285-3500.
When your life is uncertain, you need a certain kind of help. That's why so many Ohioans trust CareSource. We give you dependable Medicaid benefits, but we also give you the resources and rewards you need to live a better life. That means surrounding you with extra support to find a steady job, a safe home, and a dependable ride. Does your Medicaid plan do that? It's your Medicaid. It's your choice. So choose CareSource. Trusted. Learn more at caresource.com.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
We are the keepers of the wild, America's original and most invested conservationists. For more than 80 years, we've been committed to conserving wildlife and the natural landscapes that define our nation. From rugged alpine ridgelines to peaceful tall grass prairies, we've supported the conservation of more than 36 miles of American wildlands. Our funding has led to cleaner water, fresher air, and improved wildlife habitat. From abundant fish and waterfowl populations to robust deer and elk herds, nothing is more important than maintaining wild spaces for adventurers to explore and wildlife to thrive. We are America's hunters and target shooters, stewards of the American outdoors.
America's hunters and target shooters, along with firearm, ammunition, and archery manufacturers, have invested more than $46 billion to help state fish and wildlife agencies manage and protect wildlife and wildlands across America. For more information, visit outdoorstewards.org.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
I kept on trying, learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
We did it, so can you.
For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC.
All right, son. Time to put out this campfire.
Dad, we learned about this in school.
Oh, did you now? Okay. What's first?
Smokey Bear said to.
First drown it with a bucket of water, then stir it with a shovel.
Wow, you sound just like him.
Then he said.
If it's still warm, then do it again.
Where can I learn all this?
It's all on SmokeyBear.com with other wildfire prevention tips, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
We got out of Washington State, and I think a week after, state went on lockdown for COVID.
So then when we transitioned to Texas, it was very much so like, what are we going to do now?
Operation Homefront has allowed our family to make something of ourselves again in the world after military.
It's completely changed the way our life is. It took us from a hopeless situation, and now we're homeowners. We have a savings account. I'm the first one to own a home out of my siblings.
Visit OperationHomefront.org to learn more.
At the YMCA, finding your why starts by making an impact together
touching lives for the better. It can be the gift of time or treasure, supporting a community through talent without measure. Here, compassion fuels commitment, finding fulfillment through enrichment, serving and improving. What a way to live, and what a gift it is to give. Find your why and get involved today at ymca.org for a better us.
I'm Chris Jakovic. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is my job is people, everyone is my business. But unfortunately in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakovic, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide. My service never stops.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
Being isolated and lonely can be harmful to your health, resulting in high blood pressure, a greater risk of heart disease, and early onset dementia. So it's important to build and maintain social connections. Try a new hobby, volunteer, exercise, or use your phone or other device to stay in touch. Visit connecttoeffect.org to find resources and ways to stay connected. Presented by AARP Foundation with support from United Healthcare.
When it comes to prescription medications, it's essential to apply safe practices to protect your health and safety. To avoid misuse and abuse, never share or borrow medication. Keep your prescriptions out of the wrong hands by storing them in a lockbox and disposing of medication properly. Finally, understand your prescription information. Don't be afraid to ask your pharmacist and doctor for help. And if buying prescriptions online, be sure to use VIPS accredited pharmacies. Learn more at awarerx.org, a public service from the National Association of Boards of Pharmacy Foundation.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
1230 AM, WDBZ, Cincinnati, an Urban One station. Listen online on thebuzzcincy.com. We are 1230 The Buzz, the home of the Lincoln Ware Show.
Police are investigating a Thursday night vehicle crash in Over the Rhine. The 3-vehicle accident happened about 9:15 p.m. at a location on East Liberty Street. 2 people were hurt. The injuries of 1 victim are described as life-threatening. An overnight shooting in Over the Rhine has left 2 people injured. Police responded to a shots fired report and found 2 men suffering from non-life-threatening injuries at a location on East McMicken Avenue. No arrests have been reported. Cincinnati police have arrested a man accused of opening fire on a local mother and her 3 children. Reports say Brandon Brown fired shots at the family during an August 14th argument on Montana Avenue. Brown is charged with 4 counts of felonious assault. The Reds will begin a 3-game series against the Cubs at Wrigley Field this afternoon. Cincinnati has won just 2 of its last 7 games. The Reds' next home game is Monday night against the San Diego Padres. Costco is announcing plans for a new store in Claremont County. The store will be located along Ivy Point Boulevard near I-275 and include a 30-pump gas station. 250 to 300 jobs are expected to be created. Construction is expected to begin next year. I'm Heather Pasco on 1230 The Buzz.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the host and guests and do not necessarily reflect the views of Urban One Incorporated, Radio One, or any of its subsidiary companies.
Right now, I'm walking around the house with nothing on but the Lincoln Ware Show.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky, it's a bird.
It's a plane. Lincoln, Bobingan, Bonana, Pineapple, Fingan, Feed, Fine, Momingan, Lincoln.
They say this cat Lincoln is a bad mother. I'm just talking about Lincoln.
Good morning, Cincinnati. Welcome to 1230 WDBZ. We are
the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station, the Lincoln Ware Show, till 1 o'clock this afternoon. And there's a lot going on around the tri-state, the nation, and the world. And where do we start? Man, let's start right here in Cincinnati. The March on Washington is supposed to take place today. And it's going to take place. And I hope they have a big turnout. But buses from a lot of different cities did not get their permit to go into D.C., and they didn't show up. The buses didn't show up. They didn't show up. So no one took off from Cincinnati. I think Texas and some other cities. They didn't have permits. Somebody dropped the ball on permits. We'll talk to Cecil Thomas later. So over 100 people were up there at the Word of Deliverance, and they didn't get a chance to get on the bus. I know Sharpton's going to be fired up over this one. Man. So I don't know the total of how many buses were not able to bring people up there. Cecil Thomas will give us an update. But, yeah, men, women, children, they were all standing out there waiting, and the buses never showed up because they didn't have permits. Somebody dropped the ball. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Thank you, Real Terrence Howard, I was carrying my tea and my breakfast cup and didn't get a chance to get my papers off the printer. And I realized that as soon as I was getting ready to say good morning.
Well, I have to earn my breakfast cups.
That's right.
One way or the other. So,
That's
yes,
right.
I did get my breakfast cup today.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr.
With
Ware.
turkey.
That's right.
Yes, he didn't want the pork.
No.
So we got him the turkey, but I got the pork.
Of course you did. Yes, sir.
It's almost as good as my Friday morning breakfast is. Not quite, but it's almost there. I mean, it's so close. And it's good. Bacon, eggs, grits, hash browns, and he's even got some sausage in there, too. Yeah, got sausage in there. So there you go, Terrence Howard. And there were people standing in line getting the breakfast cup. And then Marvin came out and said, hey, this what you're getting right here? It's named after that guy right there. And they gave me the thumbs up. Like,
oh, really?
This is good. Yeah.
Did you have to shake a lot of hands today?
No, I didn't. No,
no fist bumps either, huh?
No, I didn't have to do anything. I just walked up there and got our breakfast cups and turned around and got in the car. So you're good to go, Terrence Howard.
All right.
So the people on YouTube, they don't have to lobby for you to get a breakfast cup anymore. It's signed, sealed, delivered, as Obama would say. Signed, sealed, delivered. The Lincoln Ware breakfast cup. Yes. Oh, boy. But that is really sad to hear about those buses. Jeez. If anybody was going and you're up there, give me a call at 513-749-1230. I just hope Sharpton has a good turnout today. I hope they have a good turnout. The big March on Washington happening today in D.C. Have you seen the ad on the TV about Amy Acton? And this woman is blaming Amy Acton for her mother dying in the nursing home. Well, somebody identified the lady, and as newspaper people do, they did some reporting, and the lady's name is Linda Caudill. Linda Caudill. She's a member of the Ohio Republican Party State Central Committee. Said her mother went into a nursing home shortly before Acton shut down the state, and her mother died 2 months later. She says, my mother didn't understand why the family couldn't visit her It traumatized her. She didn't know her family couldn't visit her. 2 months later, she died. And she says, Amy Acton is to blame for this. Okay, the ad doesn't identify the nursing home or say where Caudill's mother spent her final months, but her obituary, first reported by the liberal website TiffinOhioNet.net and verified by the State House Bureau, indicate that she was from Erlanger, Kentucky, belonged to a church in Ellesmere, Kentucky, and died July 25th, 2020, at a hospice facility in Edgewood, Kentucky. This was 6 weeks after Amy Acton stepped down as health director. Additional public records list Northern Kentucky addresses for Caudill's mother that dates back decades. Yeah. The woman's death also came 2 months after DeWine lifted Ohio's stay-at-home order and travel restrictions, though officials encouraged high-risk people to stay home when possible. So now Caudill has not responded to multiple messages seeking an interview. So, see, this is why you can't believe these ads they put on here, these packed ads that come out of nowhere with this stuff, folks. You can't believe it. Now, who knows how much they paid Caudill to do that commercial? Nobody knows how much they paid her to do that. But evidently she lied, and they caught her with her hands in the cookie jar. Flat out lie. My family blames Amy Acton for my mother's death. Yeah. So there you have it. You can't believe this stuff that you see. And the fact about her falling down over the gate and she can't operate the remote control. She says her daughters laugh about it. I mean, sometimes these remote controls are crazy. You pick one up, you know, sometimes you have to have two remote controls. One to turn the TV on and then one to change the channels, all kind of stuff. And she said her family laughs about that all the time. And she said that at a speech she was doing, I can't operate the remote control. And they took that little clip right there and turned it into this drunken person on prescription drugs and just talking and can't operate the remote control. So you can't believe all the stuff that you see nowadays, folks. You can't believe it. Terrence Howard, when I left the station yesterday, I went to the garage and got in the car, drove down. I was going out on 75. I was hitting 75 today. I had a meeting. So as I was right here at the light, right past the, oh, man, about 5 Cincinnati police cars. I mean, they had to be going 70 miles per hour. I mean, they were, hauling ass. Sirens on. And, I mean, they were one after another. Zoom, 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 zoom. I said, somebody must be shot. Little did I know they were chasing somebody who's up, I guess, who was wanted for something. And end up two police cars ran into each other. The person they were chasing ran into some people, and it was just a big mess, man. And I tried to follow them, but I want to go to the scene, see what's going on. I would have been in trouble trying to follow those kids because no wonder they ran into each other because they couldn't stop for anything. I said a police got shot or something. The way they were going after this guy, and they finally caught him. He was out on an OR bond, which he shouldn't have probably been out for threatening to kill some woman or something. Out on an OR bond. He's got a long list of charges, and he's out there. And who was the judge that let him out? He was a black judge. Oh, man, I can't think of his name. I'm sure he's glad I can't think of his name now. But what was his name? He ran against Liz Ty when she ran for judge. Is it Brown? No, I can't. Somebody will let me know on YouTube, I'm sure. But he's the person that let the judge out. Let the guy out on O.R. Bond. And, boy, they were really chasing that dude. I've never seen, Dante Johnson was his name, yes. Dante Johnson, who beat Liz Ty by like 200 votes. Very close race. And I know when a judge does this and the person they let out get in trouble, they're like, oh, damn.
Sounds like Miss Liz Ty has a new commercial. She's still running, right?
Yeah, she's running for a probate judge.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
That's a different thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but if she was running against him, she would have a new commercial. Yes. Yes, she would. Yes, she would. All right. Let's see what else we have here. Man, Tony Romo. This guy went from the top to the bottom real fast. Yeah. He was like the number one football analyst on CBS, and he made one mistake, drinking and driving. He even had an open container in the car in the passenger seat. He probably had it in his hand when he saw the cop. He put it in the seat. I don't know. But he has gone from feast to famine. But they still owe him a lot of money. The money they owe him, if he gets half of it, he can just retire and be okay for the rest of his life. You know what I mean? If he can just get half of the money. I think they owed him $70 million. And we'll see what happens with that. An Atlanta couple. It's some slicksters down in the ATL, I'm telling you. Those folks know how to hustle in Atlanta. I'm telling you. Atlanta couple defrauded nearly $10 million from Amazon. And I guess the one lady worked for Amazon, and she knew how to turn in invoices and stuff. So she hooked up with the guy, and they wrote invoices to Amazon. They kept writing them, and Amazon would pay the invoices, put the money in their bank account to the tune of $9-point-something million. They bought luxury cars, bought $1 million house, and all kind of stuff. Then they caught them. Then they were out on bond, and then they tried to do another scheme. Tried to open up I always mess this up. A hookah bar, okay, instead of hooker bar, a hookah bar, a hookah bar, and they forged the judge's name that says the charges had been dropped against them. Had the papers and everything, and this couple was something else. Let me tell you. But they were caught, and then they ordered to pay restitution in a total of $9,469,731.45. They've got it down to the cents. They pay that back to Amazon. They have to forfeit their $1 million house and the vehicles and an additional $3 million. Jeez. I tell you, crime doesn't pay. At first it does, but then in the end it does. Well, Donald Trump, twins' best friend, has done it again. He wants to rename, well, he's already signed the thing, says he's renamed Lake Ontario to Lake America. He says, we've got a Gulf, now we have a lake, now we need an ocean. So I'm sure soon the Pacific Ocean will turn into the America Ocean. Oh, my God. This guy is a joke, let me tell you. This guy is a joke. And the folks in Canada, man, I wouldn't take any visits to Canada. They're mad at Americans up in Canada, let me tell you. And then one final thing. Since, Target got rid of their DEI program and everything, now you tell me this. If they still had DEI, would they have caught those costumes before they ended up on the counters? at Target. Probably would have. Somebody black would have seen this and said, wait a minute, we better think twice about this. But they got rid of all the DEI, the black folks and stuff up in the corporate area, and they let this slip by. So it's their own fault for following Trump and getting rid of DEI. Unbelievable. All right, we're going to take a break, and then we'll come back. It's Lincoln Ware, 1230, The Buzz.
1230 The Buzz wants you to buy Black 513. Black Americans have...
Oh, boy.
Showing us their worst. We seek to feel the God-given love embedded in all of us, even when others may be showing us meanness and disregard. We seek to possess heightened discernment so that we can recognize lies, deceptions, and falsehoods, even when they are dressed up in exciting and attractive packaging. We seek to be able to recognize when our assistance is needed, even when no word may have been spoken. And we ask you, dear God, to love and direct our steps, guide and protect our very existence during these times of change and uncertainty. Please, dear God, improve our spiritual vision. Amen and hallelujah.
What if your next career helps shape the future of Northern Kentucky? At Tank, we're building the next generation of transit and the next generation of people who keep our community moving. Join a welcoming, supportive team where your work has purpose every day. No CDL? No problem. We'll help you get started. Great pay, great benefits, great people. Move your career, move your community. Visit tankbus.org/careers to apply now.
Hey Reds fans, Barry Larkin here, proud Red and Hall of Famer. I've been in moments where one call changed everything. Safe, out, strike three. In baseball, the call can decide the game. In life, sometimes a call can mean everything. For one family, it can provide an opportunity for legacy. For another, it can bring hope, the chance for more time, more memories, more life. Organ, tissue, and eye donation happens only in rare medical circumstances. But understanding it helps families make informed decisions with clarity and compassion. That's why I stand with Network for Hope. I am a voice of hope. Hope is on the line. To learn more and register, go to networkforhope.org. Will you answer the call?
Join us for SOAC's 2026 Legacy and Leadership Gala on Saturday, August 29th at the Graduate Hotel in Cincinnati. We are celebrating 33 years of service, advocacy, and community impact. We will have dinner, entertainment, awards, and raffles. Reception begins at 5:30 and the gala runs from 6 to 10 p.m. Visit our website at soac.org for more information or call our office at 513-861-2790 to purchase your ticket today. SOAC, changing lives, strengthening communities, building legacies.
Hey, Lincoln Ware here, and I'm here to tell you about the Dukesters Old School Social this and every Friday evening from 7 until 11. It's free, and you can join spade players, tunk, or bid whiz. It's a BYOB with free parking and free setups and food specials all night. Plus the best old school in the city, just like the old days. And whatever you do, don't forget to bring your dancing shoes because I'm sure before the night is over, you're going to want to bust the move. And don't forget you can have a free birthday party during our social night. Or network your business and meet and greet some new friends and be ready to have a ball. So tell your friends to meet you at the Dukester every Friday evening. That's right, we are turning it back to the old school at the Dukester, located at 7733 Reading Road. Call the Dukester to order now at 761-2300. That's 513-761-2300.
Laura, the guys really went to town on that leg of lamb.
Yeah, thanks, Amy. I'm glad everyone enjoyed it.
Something's wrong. I know you too well.
Jim's company is cutting his salary, and he may even get laid off. He doesn't think we'll be able to afford the mortgage.
Oh, Laura.
If you think you may be in danger of foreclosure, call the National Foundation for Credit Counseling at 866-687-6322 or visit mortgagehelpnow.org. That's mortgagehelpnow.org. This has been a public service from the NFCC.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind, like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
You have an opinion. You've got something to say.
And that's the reason why we're here today.
12:30 a.m. The Buzz, your talk station.
1230 WDBZ, the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. Lincoln, we're with you till 1 o'clock this afternoon. It is Friday. Coming up today, around 12, between 12:15, 12:25, PG Sittenfeld will call in, and this will be his first interview since everything has happened, since the day of arrest up until all charges have been dropped. His first and only interview exclusively today on the Lincoln Ware Show. And it'll be over the phone. If he comes in, media might be waiting outside for him and all that stuff. So, but today, exclusive interview with PG Sittenfeld. We will talk to him. You better stick around for that. All right, let's go downtown to the Crime Stopper headquarters, and we'll talk to Detective Tiffany Green. Then we'll come back and talk to Terrence. He was going to be a bus rider to the march, and we don't know what happened. Brent, Bill, Crowell, Sly, and others holding on. Detective Green, how you doing today?
I'm good. Good morning, Lincoln. How are you?
I'm hanging in there. Hanging in. That's right. You're going to chill this weekend, right?
Yes, it's going to be a very relaxing weekend.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Sounds good. Watch Netflix and chill.
A little bit.
All right. Who are we looking for today?
Cincinnati Police District 2 is looking for Antonio Foggy. Mr. Foggy is wanted for felonious assault. On August 19th of 2026, Mr. Foggy, by force, took the victim's phone without the victim's consent. Antonio Foggy is a black male. He's 45 years old. He's 5'10", and 257 pounds. Antonio Foggy has an arrest history of felonious assault, aggravated robbery, and domestic violence, and was last known to live on Highland Avenue in Mount Auburn. Cincinnati Police District 3 investigators is looking for Sultan Haddag. Mr. Haddag is wanted for felony forgery. Investigators say Mr. Haddag knowingly forged a check and cashed the check at Fifth Third Bank without the victim's consent. Sultan Haddag is a white male. He's 40 years old. He's 6'1" and 240 pounds. Sultan Haddag has no known criminal arrest history and was last known to live in Fairfield, Ohio. Listeners, if anyone has information on where police can find Antonio Foggy or Sultan Haddag, please call Crime Stoppers at 513-352-3040 or submit a tip online at crime-stoppers.us.
All right, 352-3040, night or day, and as always, cash money for your clues, and you have yourself a great weekend.
And you as well. Talk to you on Monday.
All right, we'll talk to you Monday. That's Detective Green on the scene, as always. All right, 513-749-1230. It's Friday. The weekend is here. Terrence, how you doing today?
All right, Lincoln, how you doing today?
I'm hanging in there. What's on your mind?
Hey, man, I'm just a little disappointed. Last night I was ready to make that ride all the way up to Washington, D.C., as we were sitting waiting for the buses to pull up. Then we got the news that the buses were not they were canceled.
Yes.
And so, like you said, over 39 buses were canceled all over the states. And then my second thought was, well, okay, the buses ain't coming. Maybe I was gonna drive on up there, but I needed some rest. So I was gonna get a couple hours of rest, but then I kind of went past that timeline to get up there in time.
Oh, okay.
And then I thought about, well, maybe I could take a plane up there then, but the planes wouldn't have got me up there in time to participate.
Yeah.
So I'm really disappointed that I wasn't able to be a part of this history-making event.
Yeah, I know, man. I can't believe it. I forgot how many buses and how many states weren't able to go. I know Sharp is going to be upset about that.
And it just seemed like it had to been planned to do that. I mean, because it seemed like they would have gave them ample time.
I know.
So they could make other arrangements to find other means to get up there. And they didn't do that, and it just seemed like that they did it purposely. I hope you find out what really happened, but I hope that the event that still goes off and that it'd be a nice crowd up there.
Yeah, let's hope so. Let's hope he gets a big crowd up there, and we will wait and see. But, sorry about your luck there, Terrence. I know you were looking forward to going up there.
Yes, sir, I was. Man, I was really sad and heartbroken, really, to be honest.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, thanks for your call.
All right, you take care.
All right, appreciate it. Yeah, man. And they were waiting, and then finally somebody called and said the buses were canceled. Oh, boy. Man, they didn't have permits to go into D.C. I guess you have to have some kind of bus permit to bring people into D.C. I'm not sure how all that stuff works, but, man, that is horrible. Cecil Thomas said he would call in. He'll be calling in if ever a line is available. Brent, how you doing today?
I'm good, Uncle Lincoln. How you doing?
I'm hanging in there. What's the high temperature in Dallas today? About 100. This is the actual temperature, 102?
No, it's only supposed to get to 99.
Oh,
today,
okay.
So we're getting a reprieve from the triple digits.
I'm sure you'll be able to tell the difference from 99 to 102.
yeah, because those overnight lows of being in the 90s and low 80s are just miserable.
I can imagine.
Just miserable. But with all this foolishness with Trump, have they finally released all of the unredacted Epstein files?
No.
Yeah, and Trump continues to, and his administration continue to block on that, even though there have been court orders, signed laws by him.
And speaking of court orders, a federal judge has just blocked his attempt to stop the mail-in voting. Yep. So they blocked that, so I'm sure he'll appeal, and we'll get another. It'll probably end up back up at the Supreme Court again.
Yeah. And he tried to get into America all that Argentinian beef that the Chinese had rejected, and it has chemicals in it that negatively affects people's blood and immune system and everything. So, it's just crazy. But Twin still loves them. Twin loves them. He acts like he doesn't understand what MAGA is, but then says that he's not MAGA. It sounds like someone else who, dealing with the word vetting. But I think partially why Twin is down with Trump is that, remember that Trump pardoned Larry Hoover.
Yeah.
And, Twin, he wasn't a gangster disciple. He was just a fanboy.
Yeah.
So
and, Hoover
it's like the elite.
Hoover was a gangster, and Twin looked up to Hoover.
Yes. So the same thing with why Snoop Dogg, was cool with Trump and performed because he pardoned or probably commuted that sentence. Because, he didn't pardon Hoover. He commuted his sentence, but he still has 100+ years.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what these jokers do. They are cool with them because they got pardoned, and Cardi B got her papers right. So it's a bunch of transactional messes going on.
Yes.
But Trump, he will constantly say, Dems ain't done this, Dems ain't done that, and he can't name a single thing that Donald Trump and his administration has done that actually improved the conditions of black folks, because he's done the opposite.
Yep, total opposite.
And naming It's Lake Ontario, forever be Lake Ontario. Same thing with the Gulf of Mexico. Doesn't that sound like a 10-year-old kid who got pissed because someone took their ball and like, well, I'm going to rename this. You know, it's a kid or someone with severe dementia that think that that's going to change anything other than him scribbling on a page with a Sharpie, which no one else signs with a Sharpie, that you can't even recognize a single letter in there. So
unbelievable. All right, Brent, thanks for your call. Stay cool down there.
Oh, yeah, I'm inside with AC blasting.
All right. Thanks for your call. All right, that's Brent Beard down in Dallas, where the temperatures have been up around 100 degrees all week long. 100 degrees. The actual temperature, not what it feels like, the actual temperature. Yes. Unbelievable. All right, let's go to a break, and then we'll come back. We've got Sergeant Crowell, Sly, Bill, Ray, all holding on. I heard Ray call in, talk to Sharpton's daughter yesterday. Yes, Ray has become a national celebrity now. And he started right here. Remember, Ray, I can make you and I can break you. Let's take a break. 12:30, The Buzz.
Every weekday, 12:30 The Buzz has you covered. Let's go! With new entertainment.
Yeah, I asked Ray, did he call in yesterday? But that's what it was. I heard him on Sharpton. That's what I was thinking. I thought he called in yesterday.
Yeah, no.
It was on Sharpton.
It was on Sharpton. Oh, boy. Who's responsible for making sure that the buses had the permit? This wasn't a last-minute thing. It was in the making. I don't want to say much about what happened until the real truth comes out, okay? Cecil care more about extracurricular activities than making sure his people can witness historical moments. Oh, boy. Look, he did all he could to get people signed up and on the bus. Now, he had no control over the buses not being able to show up. I know y'all love to blame people for stuff. Yeah, y'all love to blame people. Oh, boy. Now somebody blaming it on his trip to Martha's Vineyard. He should have been on top of things instead of splashing in the ocean. Oh, my God. Yes, buses, I don't know whether every state's buses were canceled, but most of them, a lot of them were. Since Elmer died, Queen City Sausage had stopped advertising on all radio stations. Yeah, I don't hear him. I don't hear him sponsoring the Reds or anything anymore. Those his kids and his son-in-law, they don't know what they're doing. They couldn't run it like Elmer. Elmer had that thing running like I don't know what. But you're right. I wouldn't be surprised if they sold the place in the near future. Charlie says Detective Green has a beautiful voice. YPG only doing interview on black radio. He's only doing interviews on this show. So the rest of Black Radio, he's not on there either. Yeah. Oh, boy. Don, does that irritate you? What's your problem with that? Yep, he promised me the first, and according to him, this will be the only interview. But you just never know what's in the future. As long as I'm the first, I don't care who he talks to after this.
.org/our stories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
If you need to talk about it, we're here. 1230 AM WDBZ, your talk station.
.30 WDBZ, the buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station, the Lincoln Ware Show till 1 o'clock this afternoon. And let's see, we got a lot going on. Don't forget PG Sittenfeld on the Lincoln Ware Show coming up later on today. So make sure you check it out. All right, Bill, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. Tomorrow is Michael Jackson's birthday, and I saw Michael, a couple weeks ago?
Yes.
I tell you, it is definitely a movie.
Oh, you saw the movie
watching.
Michael Jackson. Okay. I'm glad you cleared that up.
Yes. And I saw Entertainment Tonight, and I saw a very skinny and frail LaToya.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Man, I tell you, I wonder if she's anorexia or something or whatever. I mean, I just hope that she's all right. But moving right along, yeah, I saw the advertisements with Amy Akron and especially Greg Lansman. You know, I don't believe any of that about Greg Lansman, but Amy Akron, yeah, I kind of do believe it.
Now, wait a minute. I just told you the lady lied about her mother being dying in prison. I mean, in prison nursing home because of Amy Acton. So why would you believe the other stuff? And she explained I don't know how to work my remote. She explained all that. It's a joke with her kids.
She's an alcoholic.
Oh boy. Oh jeez. So are you going to vote for Ramaswamy? Are you voting for Ramaswamy?
No, I ain't going to vote for neither one of them.
Oh
man.
my God. Why not?
But
Why not, Bill? Wait, hold on, Bill. Hold on.
Well, I'm just going to just do my research, okay?
Oh.
I'm going to study that person, okay? Just like I studied Hillary Clinton, just like I studied Kamala Harris. And Kamala Harris, I look at it like this. She was a much, much better candidate than Donald Trump is. Donald Trump is just a shrewd businessman who just knows how to scheme and connive.
Yes.
And I heard your nephew yesterday. I tell you the truth. I tell you, this ought to be a month of a holiday for twins. Fashion Twin Month. I mean, I heard whatchamacall just a couple minutes ago telling it like it is about Twin and his obsession with Donald Trump. Oh, man, I tell you the truth, man. It's just a thing where... I'm
a little disappointed in you, Bill, because you would even entertain the fact of not voting for Amy Acton or maybe even voting for Ramaswamy. If your research shows that you like him, you're going to vote for him.
No,
and he's
not him.
I don't know whether he's going to be that great for
don't.
Ohio or not. I don't know how good he will be for Ohio or not.
Yeah, okay. Well, the thing is with Amy Akron, I'm just going to do my research, and I'm going to be fair about it.
Okay.
But I am going to vote okay?
Okay.
Because this is my world just like anybody else's world. We want things right. We want what's due to us and everything. And Greg Landsman, I say it over and over and over again, he does a good job.
All right.
So I just can't understand how they can just throw dirt on him. But meanwhile, I got my request in, one way, full fancy dancer.
Okay. And was that in there? Was that in there, Terrence?
It's in, but Chad is going to put it in a different category so you can get to it. But it's in the system.
Okay. All right. All right, Bill.
How you doing, Terrence?
Hey, Bill, when you start your research, make sure you research folks' names.
I definitely will,
You
man.
might not
without
find
a doubt,
Amy
man. You can
Akron
bet
in
that.
there. You might not find Amy Akron in there. You might find Amy Acton. So get that right.
Amy Acton. Okay, all right.
Okay.
Well, my accent is kind of off, man. So
all right.
Please forgive me. And I want to send a shout out to Warren Wilburn, the med cab driver. We talk a whole lot about music and everything, and I hope the situation, especially at the Arnoff Center, goes well for Bradford Marcellus and Diane Reed.
Right.
What a great tribute that they're doing.
All right. Hey,
I'm done.
Bill, thanks for your call. Okay. All right. Oh, man. Amy Akron, Ohio. Unbelievable. Let's move along. Let's go to Sergeant Crowell. How you doing today?
That would be Mr. Crowell. You keep getting it wrong.
Yeah, right.
Hey, the public service announcement. Lincoln, don't be following the police when they're in pursuit mode.
Well, I want to get to the scene. I wasn't going to drive as fast as they were driving, but before a couple of seconds, they were out of my sight. I wanted to be on the scene so I could get some video and stuff for the show. What do you mean? Hey, I'm just like a reporter. Reporters follow police.
Fired? Listen, we need you. Sharon needs you. Maya needs you.
Well, if the shots had been fired, the perpetrator was long gone. They're never there when the shots are fired. They're gone.
You got jokes. Hey, Cecil will talk to you. Cecil's going to talk to you about that. But also, I wanted you to know that those type of pursuits, they're really high risk.
They're
for
very
the
dangerous.
officers.
Yeah, I mean, if you had seen how fast those guys were going through those lights there, I mean, there was no way if somebody had been crossing the street, there's no way they would have been able to get out of the way because that's why I thought an officer had been shot or something. The way they were driving.
God only knows. But you have to use due caution. Even when you're in the emergency mode, you can't just go willy-nilly. Because if you wreck, you're not going to be able to help anybody.
No.
You got to be calm even in the midst of a storm. Hey, do you remember? Let me test your memory when you rolled up and we snatched them boys on Hale Avenue that day.
I think so. I think I do remember you had some guys handcuffed. Were they already handcuffed, I think?
Yeah.
I remember that.
There was a gun in that car. And, one of the homeboys was like, hey, he was trying to get your attention. And you know what? He was like, I want to talk to that guy. He worked with Lawson. I was like, that's not an attorney. You are famous, man. The boys on the block were.
He worked with Lawson. I saw him with Kid Lawson before. Hey, I
got a little chuckle out of that. They had two guns in the car, but we used a good tactical approach and through the grace of God, got them off without any combat.
I would have told him, don't answer any questions until Kid Lawson comes to see you.
There you go. All right, man. Hey, have a good weekend.
All right, thanks for your call. Unbelievable. I remember that. They had the guys down, cuffed and everything. They had the white T-shirts on and the sagging and everything. I'm like, oh, man. And the handcuffs behind them, and they were leaning against the fence there. Crowell had them lined up. Unbelievable. Let's take a break, and then we'll come back 12:30. The Buzz.
Cincinnati,
Want to stay plugged in with 1230 The Buzz and get the inside scoop sent to your phone? From exclusive contests and cash giveaways to breaking news and can't miss events, we're keeping you connected all day long. Join the 1230 The Buzz text club right now by texting BUZZ to 23845. Get instant updates on local news, community events, special guests, hot topics, and chances to win prizes before anyone else. If it's happening in the city, you'll hear it from The Buzz first. Cash, contests, conversations, and community, all in the palm of your hand. Text BUZZ to 23845 and stay connected with the station bringing you real talk and real voices every single day. 1230 The Buzz, your talk station.
Join a community of lifelong learners to meet new friends and learn new things. OLLI invites adults age 50 and better to experience no-stress classes in health and wellness, history, current events, and more. No tests, no grades, just the joy of learning. Classes are in person and online. Plus, it's affordable and scholarships are available. Find out more by searching OLLI Cincinnati on the web or calling 513-556-9186. See you in class.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS is not slowing down, and the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, fighting to protect our clients' assets and secure them the best possible deal. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-685-5688. 800-685-5688. 800-685-5688.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
School not working? This will. If you're between 15 and 21 and struggling to finish high school, there's another way forward. At Banyan High School, students can catch up on credits, get the support they need, and graduate all at their own pace. Hear directly from students and families who found a different path to success. Visit banyanhigh.org/get started. That's BANYANHigh.org/get started. Catch up, get support, graduate. School not working? Banyan High School will.
We are the keepers of the wild, America's original and most invested conservationists. For more than 80 years, we've been
Who's voting for Amy Akron this year? What did he say? That not the Aronoff, but the Aronoff. He said something. He pronounced Aronoff wrong.
Yeah.
He pronounced it. Everybody's name except Vivek. Apparently, he pronounced everything else wrong except Vivek Ramaswamy. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
That's the number one name he should have mispronounced.
I know it. Crazy. That bill. Woo! Unbelievable. Somebody said their favorite movie is Kill Bill. Woo! Okay.
.org/win.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the host and guests and do not necessarily reflect the views of Urban One Incorporated, Radio One, or any of its subsidiary companies.
1230 The Buzz, your talk station.
1230 WDBZ. We are the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station, the Lincoln Ware Show, till 1 o'clock this afternoon. Coming up at 1, someone will be filling in for Sharpton. I'm not sure who. Or maybe they'll go live from the march. I don't know. That would be nice for them to just take it live and hear some of the speeches at the March on Washington. Who knows what they have in store for us today. All right, let's go to Sly. Sly? Oh, no, hold on, Sly, for a second. Hold on. Let me talk to Cecil Thomas. The bus is canceled, and tell us what the hell happened.
Well, first of all, let me thank all of the people that showed up. We had well over 100 plus, probably about 150 or so people just waiting, and children in particular. That young adults and children, that was the real highlight, because they would be up there to make history. So we waited and waited. The buses were supposed to arrive, they were supposed to be leaving around 10, where they never showed up. The buses didn't show up. 10:15, 10:30. We finally get a call from the coordinator out of Cleveland. Her name is Miss McCoy. She called and said that there's a problem with the buses. But she didn't give any real details. She said that it looks like we're trying to find out what it is, and she will get back with us.
Yeah.
So at that point, I'm like, oh, man, something's going on. So then Bishop Hilton, he reached out. He was there. He reached out to the Reverend Sharpton's personal assistant, Pastor Toombs. And Pastor Toon said, yeah, we got a real problem here. We're trying to figure out how it all occurred and what's going on, and that he would also get back. So we all waiting. And finally, we concluded, based on the previous conversations, that the buses weren't coming, because I called her, Ms. McCoy back, and she said, well, we're still trying to figure it out. So I did my own research. And when I did my own research, I was able to discover, this morning when I got back home, because we told everybody, it looks like the buses aren't coming.
And what time was this?
We finally shut it down at 11.
Okay.
A lot of people waited, because, we had already said 11.
Right.
And buses should have been there way before that. So anyway, I got on the horn to try to figure out what was going on. Come to find out, whenever there's a huge event going on in D.C. that a lot of chartered buses are coming into D.C., there are permits that have to be acquired by the bus companies, because they say the mall can only support so many parking spaces for buses in that area. And any additional buses, there's no permit to park anywhere else, so you have to apply early on so that they can make arrangements for all the buses that are coming. Well, we didn't even get confirmation that we had buses until like a day or two before the event.
Huh?
Yeah, when I finally got a confirmation saying the buses are confirmed, just be ready to get your people to go. And that was about 2 days before the event. So that told me right there, well, there's no way you could get a permit and all that within that period. So anyway, as a result of that, I don't know who dropped the ball. I don't know if it was the bus company that because they contracted with numerous bus companies around the country, matter of fact. In fact, Chicago, Indiana, Detroit, Houston, Cleveland, all of those areas were affected. And there are a number of others, a total of 38 buses from around they said it was mostly buses outside of the area. The buses in this area down here in the western portion of the country. And they said New York buses, they all loaded up and they went up, and all those buses up in that general area, they were all successful.
What about, did you say it was a bus in Texas that couldn't make it?
Yeah. Houston had 10 buses.
Oh, my God. Jeez.
Them people are livid. So the cancellations, is what the problem was, is that you're doing all of this, and you had plenty of time, meaning the bus companies as well as the organizers. That was plenty of time because he started advertising this way back. And so they had plenty of time to get all this stuff straightened out. And now people are saying, well, maybe Trump has something to do with it. I don't know.
Blame everything on Trump. That's right. He could have. You never know.
I don't know. Some Mississippi, they had some buses coming. They got slammed. So they were all upset. So anyway, that's what happened. Nothing that, if Doug, you're listening, I didn't do nothing wrong.
Gee.
But no, it's something that probably could have been avoided if we had done better planning. Not us, but the national, as well as the bus companies themselves. And also there's a possibility that the area can only accommodate so many buses, and then they just stop giving out permits. And that might be the reason the 38 was canceled.
Gee.
But overall, everybody showed up. We were packed and ready to go. And man, if I had flu, can you imagine they'd be beating me up right now.
Yeah, right. He knew those buses weren't coming. That's why he took the plane. Yes.
So anyway, we're gonna try to. I'll get much more details and be able to tell you exactly what happened.
Yes.
And I'm sure Al Sharpton will probably be talking about it
Monday,
on
probably.
Monday.
Yeah. I'm mad Monday.
But everybody can go online to National Action Network Facebook page, and they can listen to all of the events and the speakers and all that stuff.
Yes. All right. All right. Okay, Cecil, we'll watch it on TV.
All right.
We'll talk to you later. All right, boy. And that's why I said this has nothing to do with the walking club. Just because you signed up at the walking club, somebody had a clipboard and was taking names and numbers of people who wanted to do, they were doing that at the walking club. We had nothing to do with the buses. This is why I said that. And some people got on my case for saying that. I don't know why. Unbelievable. But, man, I tell you, those things happen. Those are the kind of things that happen. And, boy, oh, boy, I know Sharpton is mad as hell, and he's not going to take it anymore. Man. All right, let's go to Sly. Sly, how are you?
Man,
hold on. Hey, hold on again, Sly. It's time for news now. We're going to get to you eventually, Sly. First, we got news coming up, 12:30, The Buzz.
12:30 a.m. WDBZ, Cincinnati, an Urban One station. Listen online on thebuzzcincy.com. We are 1230 The Buzz, the home of the Lincoln Ware Show.
Cincinnati police have arrested a man accused of opening fire on a local mother and her 3 children. Reports say Brandon Brown fired shots at the family during an August 14th argument on Montana Avenue. Brown is charged with 4 counts of felonious assault. Police are investigating a Thursday night vehicle crash in Over the Rhine. The 3-vehicle accident happened about 9:15 p.m. at a location on East Liberty Street. 2 people were hurt. The injuries of 1 victim are described as life-threatening. An overnight shooting in Over the Rhine has left 2 people injured. Police responded to a shots fired report and found 2 men suffering from non-life-threatening injuries at a location on East McMicken Avenue. No arrests have been reported. The Reds will begin a 3-game series against the Cubs at Wrigley Field this afternoon. Cincinnati has won just 2 of its last 7 games. The Reds' next home game is Monday night against the San Diego Padres. Costco is announcing plans for a new store in Claremont County. The store will be located along Ivy Point Boulevard near I-275 and include a 30-pump gas station. 250 to 300 jobs are expected to be created. Construction is expected to begin next year. I'm Heather Pasco on 1230 The Buzz.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the host and guests and do not necessarily reflect the views of Urban One Incorporated, Radio One, or any of its subsidiary companies.
Take us with you wherever you go. Download the Buzz app for your smartphone today. For details, go to thebuzzcincy.com.
1230 WDBZ, the buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. I don't know. Somebody's probably going to get fired who works for NAN. You think whoever was in charge of making that happen? I don't know. Somebody's head will probably roll after this debacle with the buses. Yeah. I just can't believe it. I can't believe it. All right. Let's move along. Now let's get to Sly. Sly, sorry you had to wait so long, but we had to get that stuff out there.
I'm just spending my off day waiting to go into this food bank and volunteer for the day.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
But yeah, well, and I was going to make a request, but I'll wait till next week.
Okay. What was that? That was what was that other request you had?
The 8th day. She's not just another woman.
Yeah. That's a good. We need that should be in there. I don't know why that's really not in there.
I think I saw it in there.
You did. I looked for it, but we'll try to get that this weekend for you.
Okay, no worries.
Okay.
But yeah, I just before I make my point, I just wanted to drop a little quick history because on Tuesday we mourned the loss of the queen of country music, Dolly Parton.
Yes.
So, but we also have to remember on that same day, 25 years ago, we lost the princess of pop and R&B, Aaliyah.
Mm-hmm.
Time really went by, and also on this day, 71 years ago, two men barged into a house in Money, Mississippi, and took a teenage boy named Emmett Till.
Oh yeah.
71 years ago today. But what I wanted to do real quick, I made this point one day when Kevin Aldridge was in your place, but I want to repost this.
Mm-hmm.
I want everyone to, again, if you haven't done it, take a look at what is known as the Powell Memo, Powell Memo, which on August 23rd, 1971, that 8-page memo was given by Louis Francis Powell to the Secretary of Commerce. And in that memo, it pretty much lays out what we are seeing today. Okay? In that memo, and I'm not going to try to spoil it for you all because I really want y'all to either go to YouTube and check it out or just look it up online. But how to dismantle democracy and how to affect education and media. And you would not have any of these political donors, such as AIPAC, Citizens United, the Heritage Foundation. All of these corporate donors were spawned by this Powell Memo. Mm-hmm. And in November of 71, Nixon appointed him to the Supreme Court. In January 72, he was confirmed, and he remained on the Supreme Court bench handling this landmark case. I can't remember the name of it, but he was on the Supreme Court until 1978.
Mm-hmm.
So this, I'm telling you, this. Nobody talks about this, but look at it for yourself.
I'll check it out.
Okay, all right. Have a good weekend.
Hey, Sly, thanks for your call.
Yes,
we'll try to get that 8th day on there for you. That's a good song too. That's a good song.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for your call. Oh, Sly knows his music.
I was mistaken. It's not in there.
Yeah, I didn't think so because I looked for it to play his request, and it wasn't in there. But we'll try to get Chad to put it in there before the day's out. She's not just another woman. She's not. No. She. Yeah.
That is a great song, though. That is a great song.
It sounds a little better than what I was singing it. Yeah. According to Gemini AI, any charter bus not registered under the International Registration Plan, that's the RRP plan, needs a DC DMV trip permit. Also, for large events, you need to submit your request 30 to 60 days early. So our researcher, Brent Beard, researched that and put it out there. All right. So what can you say? Apparently they didn't do it 30 to 60 days ahead of time, and they waited to the last minute. And nah, baby, nah. And all those people were disappointed. that they didn't get to go to the March on Washington with Reverend Al Sharpton. Man. All right, 513-749-1230. One guy's charged in connection with the high-speed chase. 5 people were sent to the hospital from that chase. And I'm telling you, those cars were flying like a bat out of hell. I have never seen police cars go that fast. And I've seen a lot of police cars going fast and stuff, going to the scene. But that was at a high rate of speed. Well, Aiken High School, man, an assistant principal is charged with sexual battery of a student at Aiken High School. He's been charged with allegedly engaging in sexual conduct with a 16-year-old. According to the complaint filed in Hamilton County Municipal Court, Stephen Barton has been charged with 1 count of sexual battery. Records allege that he is an assistant principal at Aiken New Tech High School, touched the victim with his exposed hand for several minutes. According to court records, the victim is an Aiken High School student. The complaint did not specify where the alleged incident took place. And why don't they ever tell you whether it's male or female with these cases? You know, remember when the judge, they just kept saying the inmate. And with this, you know, they don't tell the student. So, I don't know. He touched the kid with his exposed hand for several minutes. So, I'm sure we'll get more details on that as he's been charged and relieved of his duties as assistant principal up at Aiken High School. Yes. Man. Another shooting in Over the Rhine, right there on East McMicken between Walnut and East Liberty. Yeah. So, and that's that area where 3CDC is trying to get in there and rehab those houses and things like that and trying to clean that area up. Once you clean it up, I think the shooting pretty much goes down a whole lot. But it takes time. Why they want to go in there and rehab those houses? Black folks own those houses. They putting black folks out. Where's, what's his name? Stanford when you need him. Well, you see, they're going to go in there. They're going to cite them. And then they're going to come back and take the house. That's criminal, according to Stanford. Ray, how are you?
Lincoln, that's progress, according to Ray.
Well, it is progress, but some people don't see it that way.
Yeah. But Lincoln, before I pimp slap you around, let me ask you that. You remember the other day when I asked you, are women more reasonable than men?
Mm-hmm. And I said yes. I think I said yes.
Yeah. And then you would agree with me that black folks and Democrats, they're too noble. Now, you got some people, and I like Bill, but you have 2 options. You got Ramaswamy and Axon, right? You only have the 2, and the goal is to put a Democrat as governor. That's the goal.
Yes.
And
if you're a Democrat, that's the goal, yes.
Yeah, and what Republicans do, no matter what, you just take Ken Paxton. Ken Paxton has all these issues in Texas, and they're still going to vote for him.
Yeah.
So that's what Republicans do. They look at the bottom line.
Yeah.
Well, we're just too damn noble.
Yeah.
You know, and for
I know Bill. Bill was just for Bill to have to think about whether he was going to vote for Ramaswamy, and knowing Ramaswamy wants to close down the colleges, and you know he's going to start with the HBCUs first, and all the people Ramaswamy fired with Doge. He's going to try to do the same thing here in Ohio. Why would you even consider that?
Well, I think he said he just wasn't going to vote. He didn't say he was going to vote for
Well,
Ramaswamy.
if you don't vote, that's almost like a vote for him.
Yeah, and it is. And, Bill, I hope he just realized that the bottom line is to get Amy elected, because your life under Ramaswamy will be pure hell here in Ohio. But, Lincoln, let me wait on that. P.G. Sittenfeld, now he's not taking questions.
No.
Because, and he was linked to the Gang of Five, right? According to the White House snitch.
Yes.
I mean, the courthouse snitch, right?
Yes.
I think he gave him that title.
Yeah.
And why he's not taking questions, I don't know. He's got 45 minutes on your show. I don't know how you're going to feel 45 minutes. But it keeps the White House, the courthouse snitch off the phone. Because I'm sure you would have had him as a caller. And so he don't need to hear from the courthouse snitch.
Right.
Because I'm sure he had his marching orders.
Yeah. Of course he did. He did.
Yeah, he did. Now these cops that I guess they were chasing this guy.
Yeah.
Who wreaked all kind of havoc. And when it's all said and done, guess who's going to be charged with wreaking that havoc? Is that the one they were chasing? Because remember what happened on that bridge when that cop lost his life chasing a suspect on the bridge, and they charged the suspect, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, and so they're going to use that theory to come after the suspect that they were chasing yesterday, which is not right. Those cops chose to go 70, 80 miles an hour.
Yeah, I don't know if they were serious, but I don't know how serious they were injured. I mean, I think they were okay. They just took them to the hospital anyway to make sure they were okay. But, I mean, he caused the wreck. They would not have had the wreck if they hadn't have been chasing him. So that's what, he's the cause of it.
Yeah, but do you think that's right? Even do you think that's right what happened on that bridge for that man to be charged with that cop's death?
Yeah. Yeah.
That cop knew what he was doing and what danger he was. He could have just waited until the guy come down from the bridge.
Well, he probably could have waited, but you don't know which side. They didn't want him to fall down and kill himself. They wanted to take him to trial.
Well,
that's what
you
they
either
wanted.
go to trial or you're dead.
So
come on now, Lincoln. But listen, Lincoln. For you, and earlier this week, you said, "Why is Sharpton having the march on a Friday and not a Saturday?" Only you would think that way.
Well, because
didn't you change your mind?
I know.
You say having it Friday is a good idea.
Because you got all the people there, the press there. You don't have the weekend crews on so you'll get more publicity that way if you have it on Friday. I had to think about it for a minute, but then I looked at all the traffic and congestion in D.C. with the freeways when it's not. Even on the weekends, there's traffic in D.C. on that belt. You know what I mean? So that's what I was looking at.
But it's better to have it with chaos than without it.
Probably.
Because you get other people involved in the march.
Yes.
And something to think about. Not just on weekends, people are going home. They're going to they're going, boating and
it's like a ghost town. It's
going.
like a ghost town down there. Yes.
Right. Lincoln, you mentioned Tony Romo. Did he get fired?
No, just suspended, and
that was a few weeks ago.
I don't think he's coming back. They haven't given him another assignment. They're not going to do anything until after his trial. But he's still left $70 million on the table that he hasn't been paid with the contract they gave him, and I'm sure CBS is trying to figure out a way not to pay him with some kind of morals clause in his contract. So that stuff is going to be worked out.
Yeah, and finally, getting back to P.G. Lincoln, I think he should run again. The reason why they came after him was because they didn't think that what's your boy, the Republican, could beat P.G. Smitherman. They didn't think Smitherman could beat P.G. So they went after P.G.
That's
possible.
That's possible.
Yeah, and they got him, but he still didn't win. I think he dropped out because he knew he couldn't beat the current mayor.
Aftab, yeah.
Yeah. So PG Smitherman, he just wasn't meant to be mayor of Cincinnati.
No.
But I think PG should get back in it because he still have a fan base. The charges were dropped. It's almost like he did nothing wrong,
if
right?
I had to guess, I don't think he's going to get back. But that'll be one of the questions I ask. That'll be one of the questions.
Yeah, okay. But, Lincoln, you haven't played Firefly in a while. I already put my request in.
Oh, you did? Okay.
But then I started thinking about Firefly, but you haven't played that in a while.
Well, call back and request it, and it'll be played.
I already requested
Oh, you did?
too.
Oh, okay. Okay, you did today? When did you do that?
I did that the other day.
Okay, I got to go back.
I did that Wednesday.
I better go back and check that before the weekend gets here. Okay.
I got Ashford and Simpson. Send it.
Okay.
And then I got Chaka Khan and Please Pardon Me.
Okay, that's a good one. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. We'll get them for you. All right. Both songs are good. Okay, Mr. Ray, with your Sunday Soul Classics. I hear you. All right. 513-749-1230. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Vernon, Rondula, Nettie, all holding on. 1230, The Buzz.
Bringing you the stories that go beyond the headlines.
The Tavis Smiley Show.
This is Tavis Smiley.
Join him every weekday from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. for impactful interviews, bold discussions,
and the perspectives you won't hear anywhere else.
The Tavis Smiley Show.
Weeknights, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m.
1230, The Buzz.
Here at Urban One, we pride ourselves on supporting local and national Black-owned businesses throughout all of our radio markets. Since we began our Buy Black campaign, we like to spotlight some familiar and unfamiliar businesses in our communities. From arts and crafts, restaurants, clothing and apparel, heating, technology, electrical. One thing is true, Black folks have a business for everything you need, want, or could imagine. So let's show some love to all local and national Black-owned businesses, because when you spend money with the Black-owned business, you are helping your community as well as helping yourself. The businesses for this week are...
Big shout out to DTR, Dream to Reality at 7358 Compton Lake. Car Surgeon, give him a call, 513-485-0568. And Cincinnati Web Designs. Get in contact with them at cincinnatiwebdesign.com. Salute to these businesses and all the Black businesses in the Natty.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run, because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years.
He was in big trouble.
We're going to take your house, garnish your pay.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax relief firm.
I don't owe the IRS anymore. It was because of Optima Tax.
Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-569-4435. 800-569-4435.
Optima Tax Relief.
Actual client compensated for sharing their experience. Visit OptimaTaxRelief.com for details.
The new school year is underway at Cincinnati Public Schools, and it's not too late for your child to join us. CPS students can explore their interests, build real-world skills, earn college credit, and prepare for what comes next, all with educators and school communities ready to help them succeed. Families who still need to enroll can visit the CPS Education Center Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to noon and 1 to 3 p.m. That's the CPS Education Center Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to noon and 1 to 3 p.m. Bring the required documents, and your child may be able to enroll that same day. You can also learn what documents you need and begin registration online at cps-k12.org. That's cps-k12.org. Do not let another day pass without a plan. Enroll today and discover what is possible for your child at Cincinnati Public Schools. Visit cps-k12.org. Cincinnati Public Schools. We are here for kids.
Want more cash? You can get a $450 bonus after your first 45 deliveries with Uber Eats. That's a $450 bonus for Samantha, who delivers by bike, $450 for Omar, who only delivers on weekends, and $450 for Joe, who's got other apps on her delivery roster. Don't worry, Joe. We're not the jealous type. No matter how you deliver, you can get a $450 bonus after your first 45 deliveries with Uber Eats. Sign up now. Complete within 14 days of sign up. Ends 11/1. Terms apply. See app for details.
All right, son. Time to put out this campfire.
Dad, we learned about this in school.
Oh, did you now? Okay. What's first?
Smokey Bear said to.
First drown it with a bucket of water, then stir it with a shovel.
Wow. You sound just like him.
Then he said.
If it's still warm, then do it again.
Where can I learn all this?
It's all on SmokeyBear.com with other wildfire prevention tips, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
We got out of Washington State, and I think a week after, state went on lockdown for COVID.
So then when we transitioned to Texas, it was very much so like, what are we going to do now?
Operation Homefront has allowed our family to make something of ourselves again in the world after the military.
It's completely changed the way our life is. It took us from a hopeless situation, and now we're homeowners. We have a savings account. I'm the first one to own a home out of my siblings.
Visit OperationHomefront.org to learn more.
You live in a nice neighborhood or condominium community, but that isn't enough. You need to know your board and community manager are making the right decisions to protect your investment. Community Associations Institute can help. Visit responsiblecommunities.com to learn more.
Don't leave us in the car. Take us with you. Go to your favorite app store, search WDBZ, and download the Buzz app today.
1230 WDBZ, the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. Lincoln Ware with you. We'll talk to PG Sittenfeld sometime around 12:15 today, and it'll be his first and only interview, according to him. Yeah, he does not want to talk to the media, and he promised me this interview before everything was over. He said, if everything gets cleared, I'll talk to you and only you. And he's going to live up to that promise, and he'll be talking with us over the phone. He wouldn't come into the studio, but he'll talk to us over the phone today, and we'll get some questions answered. Just want to find out what it was like going through all of this. Man, it had to be really trying. Man. All right, hey, but I tell you, if you don't want to suffer walking around catching the bus in the hot weather, maybe it's raining, you need a car, you need a used car, you better head on out to Jeff Weiler's Eastgate Used Car Mega Store. Over 400 cars sitting right there on the lot for you to choose from. Right there on the site, Route 32 in Batavia, the Jeff Weiler Eastgate Used Car Mega Store. When I say mega, that means a lot. They've got a lot of cars, I'm telling you. All makes and models, sizes, whatever your price range. If you're a big baller, they got something for you. If you are maybe pitching pennies and you don't have much, they've got something for you also. So whatever category you fall in, they've got the car just for you. I'll be out there tomorrow from noon till 2, broadcasting live. So come on out, see me, and I'll help you close that deal. If y'all haggling over a couple of $100, I can come in and negotiate for you. Yeah, negotiation. I'll negotiate the deal for you if you need my help. Call me if you need me. Jeff Weiler, Route 32. The phone number out there is 513-943-5400. Call them up right now, and they'll work a deal for you. They'll do it over the phone. If you can't get out there, they'll do it over the phone. So join me tomorrow, noon to 2. Come on out, say hi. We'll be there. All right. And by the way, the car I'm driving now, it'll be on the lot for you to check out. 2025 Buick Enclave. And it's not your grandfather's Buick. Let me tell you, it is not your grandfather's Buick. But it's just as big as that 2 1/4. I'm telling you. It's as long as that one. Unbelievable. All right, 513-749-1230. Looks like Vernon is up. Vernon, how you doing today?
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Not a thing.
They get ready to sell that one, man. They got to do something about them windows, man. Somebody going to get pulled over, man. You can get away with it. Somebody going to get pulled over, man.
Those are not factory. Those are not factory tinted windows. Those are not factory tinted windows for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you were sitting right next to me. I couldn't even see like the seats in that thing. I They're sharp, boy.
You didn't know who that was pulling up beside you, huh?
Yes, boy. I got some extras out there,
Yes.
But,
yes.
I think you're missing out. This was a great opportunity, man. He could have came to the house and had breakfast with you. You could have had him on the live, and later on you could have had a drink with him.
Yep.
Because he ain't gonna do no more interviews.
Nope. I wish he. I tried to get him to come in, but he said, the media probably would be waiting outside to ambush him.
Oh yeah.
So
outside your house.
Yeah. So, what can I say?
The question I want you to try to ask him, because this is something I've been curious about. He's been the only politician, Democrat, Republican, black, white, or female, in this city who talked about cutting off the property tax hike when people paid their property. Nobody's ever brought that up again.
Right.
And I wonder if that was the ignition to get that going, because what he went to jail for is something every politician does.
Right. That's the thing. Yeah.
So what was so special about him? They knew Afro Boy wasn't going to become the mayor. They knew that going in.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know why they even brought him up in the first place. But that's the only, they all talk about the economy. They all talk about housing. They all talk the same crap. He was the only one who brought that up, and that I've just always been curious about what got that going.
Yeah.
So that's the question you can ask.
And that's why I couldn't understand how he was found guilty, because they're doing it everywhere.
Yeah, every politician, not only in the city, all of them should have been locked up. And I got a question for you. Do you think they had permits on January 6th?
Probably not.
Yeah.
You never know. I don't know. I'm sure Sharpton's going to look into that. I'm sure he's going to look into that.
Well, the reality is they probably didn't. But, when you're a black organization and you're doing anything, you got to make sure you cross the T's and dot the I's.
Yeah.
So you may have not needed to have it, but I believe that somebody should have been getting that together. But they probably want to make sure, okay, who's all coming? Do we got a head count? Do we need this many buses? Probably a lot more going into it than a lot of stuff was done at the last minute, but I'm pretty sure with that garbage that went on January 6th, they didn't all have permits. How do you get was it a guillotine they had? Do you get that on the Greyhound bus?
I know. Yeah, I know it. I don't know. They probably brought them in those pickup trucks they were driving with the gun racks.
Yeah. And it's funny when you have a peaceful march with black people, they got the snipers up on the roof. They didn't have no snipers on the roof for January 6th.
No.
They had to find a National Guard. They I guess he was at home watching on TV like I was. So that's all I had. But if you can ask him that question, I'm just curious about that. And
what was the question again? What did you want me to ask him again?
Does he believe that the fact that he wanted to stop property taxes on properties that's been paid for, and people, I think he's like, if you've been in 30 years and it's paid off, your property taxes shouldn't be going up.
He was trying to have some type of freeze on if you were a certain age. Your property taxes would be locked in at that. They would never increase again. And
they do have that. They have that in Philadelphia, and I think they have it in Baltimore.
And that's where he got the idea from, and he was going to try to take that model and use it here.
And ain't nobody else said nothing else about that neither.
You're right.
None of them.
All right.
Brother, I'll let you.
Hey, Vernon, thanks for your call. All right, we're going to take a break, and then we'll come back. We got Ron Dula, Nettie, Rick Jr., and the Dukester coming up after the break right here on 1230, The Buzz.
Hey, y'all, what up? This your boy, Rick Smiley. I want to drop you an invite to something a little.
I was just thinking, and I may be wrong, maybe that January 6th thing caused them to have the folks to get permits now to come into. Maybe they changed the rules because of January 6th.
Who knows?
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Black folks hate Mika more than they hate PG, although Mika did nothing wrong. Oh, boy. Y'all crazy. Shelley, it was a felony stop. We don't call for murder suspects. Come on. What? Oh, call off. We don't call off for murder suspects. Oh, boy. You had to hang up early on Rick Jr. because College Hill superintendent was waiting. Oh, yeah, that's right. I saw him on the news yesterday. They showed North College Hill. He was talking. And yeah. That was a trip. 11 expulsion hearings in 11 days of school. Did Ron Dula call in as Lulu yesterday?
Yeah. He called in to talk to the guests.
He said his name was Lulu.
Yeah, he told me to put him down as Lulu.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Next time, warn me, and I'm just going to say Ron Dula.
I thought maybe you'd catch his voice.
I did after he started talking, but the Lulu threw me off. That's why I went to him so early.
He told me to put him down as Lulu.
Oh, my God. I said, oh, that's somebody new. Lulu.
Yeah.
If you had said the Lulu, then I would have known.
Yeah, I think Brent gave him the Lulu, so he just went down as Lulu.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I'm going to call him Lulu today. The man who got beat up behind the stage at Fountain Square. And they never caught the person. Never caught.
So you can be sure your student is really grasping what she needs to know to get to graduation and beyond. Find out how it all works at commoncoreworks.org.
1230 WDBZ, The Buzz, your official talk station.
It is official, you understand me?
.1230 WDBZ, The Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. Lincoln Ware with you till 1 o'clock this afternoon. Coming up at 1 o'clock, somebody will be filling in for Al Sharpton, or maybe they'll take it to the March Live. I'm not sure what's going to happen at 1 o'clock, but we know Sharpton won't be doing his show today as he's in D.C. for the March on Washington. And, of course, you know about the buses we had from Cincinnati and other states around the country were canceled. They had 11 buses down in Houston, 11 bus loads, and they were canceled. Unbelievable. And now we got to find out if there's some kind of conspiracy going on with those cancellations. Was there a conspiracy going on somewhere? Did Trump not want Sharpton to look good, have more people than he had, at his 250 deal? I don't know. Remember the World's Fair? Oh, man. Trump did not want Sharpton to have more people than he had at the World's Fair. Oh, boy. All right. What's going on, Dukester?
Hey, good morning to you, Lincoln, and what's going on, Buzz listeners, and welcome to the weekend. Now, before I forget, for all my folks that are planning on getting their tickets for the Black and White Cancer Gala happening Saturday, November 14th at the Sharonville Convention Center, I have your discount tickets on sale up until September the 1st. So you might want to get your tickets before the price increase. Now, tonight at the Dukes, we'll be playing a friendly game of cards. Tongue, bid, whiz, spades, and the whole 9 yards. With the best of old school music, plenty of food and food specials, and the best thing of all, it's BYOB. So if you get the late night munchies, the Duke's Tourist Kitchen will be open late tonight. And Saturday, get ready for the old school all-white Jamaican patio party happening at the Duke's from 6 until 11. Now on the Duke's menu today is our golden salmon croquettes with green beans and fried green tomatoes. Or check out our St. Louis barbecue ribs with collard greens and potato salad. Lincoln, if you had the windows open, you could probably smell those ribs from there. We're also featuring our country fried chicken with macaroni cheese and cornbread dressing and gravy. But my pick for today is our big fish sale with 2 sides of a choice, and you all save $4 and enjoy the best fish in town. Have a blessed weekend, everybody. We'll talk at you later, Lincoln.
All right, Dukes, I love those fried green tomatoes.
Better hurry up and get some.
All right, we'll talk to you.
All righty.
All right. I mean, they just taste so good, those fried green tomatoes. You got to try those. Let me tell you. You ever had any of those, Terrence?
Yeah, a long time ago when I used to live in Alabama. Yeah. You know what? It's funny, Link. I was thinking the same. I might have stopped by the Dukes today
to get you some fried green tomatoes
instead of going straight home like I always do. You know?
Right, straight home and lock the door. Don't come out for the rest of the weekend.
There you go.
But you got to come out tomorrow because I'm doing my live broadcast from Jeff Weiler.
I got to drag myself out of the house tomorrow.
So you got to come out tomorrow. But then you'll just get in your car and drive right back home.
There you go, man. You know me well.
I know you well, unless you might have a date. Wink, wink. I don't know. Okay. All right. Let's go to Lulu. Lulu, how you doing?
Yeah, that's me. So if they if 11 buses was coming from Texas,
yes,
and they had to be up there this morning,
they had to know about this earlier in the day, didn't they?
No, they knew
because they had to leave a lot earlier than the 11 o'clock last night here.
Yeah.
So something just is not adding up.
No, they gaslit them like they did with Al Sharpton and Governor Hochul saying we're going to do a study on reparations. Where's that study on reparations?
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Okay. No. I mean,
don't hold your breath on reparations. Don't hold your breath. Okay.
Well, I knew that, but now Al Saeed, the Democratic Socialist that's running up there in Michigan, saying the same thing. Now, what you think them Democratic Socialists up there gonna do when they say, "Oh, reparations"? But I digress. So now, Greg Landsman came on there yesterday.
Yes.
Now, I asked you about cryptocurrency and the Clarity Act, and asked you to ask him, and I knew you wouldn't ask him. But now, he said that cryptocurrency was real, and that
he said he's invested in it. He's got some investments in it.
He said he might have said that to you, but when I asked him, he said no. So now
I don't remember that, but okay.
Okay. Hey, but I know he invested in cryptocurrency, but it's no way in the world he could know that our money was changing, and he ain't going to invest. Now, so I see his commercials. Now, he said, he don't have no investments and all that other little stuff he kicked out.
Yeah.
So it don't count when he can put that in his wife's name and he gonna go holler he don't have no investment. My point is that we got to know who and what we dealing with to get by as a people. And them politicians, they not doing us no favor. In the city of Cincinnati,
in that problem, when you say the politicians, are you including Trump in that?
Well, I'm including any politician.
It just almost sounds you're not including Trump. It almost sounds like that.
I said any politician. Now, what
Trump is really not a politician. He's a businessman. He's not a politician for sure.
Okay, but what Trump did was make 3 years of multimillionaires because of those child care taxes and the investments that they will be able to get into, because they'll be able to get into cryptocurrency early.
Oh boy! We don't know how this whole thing is going to pan out. It's the first few months of it, so just wait before you go.
It's not the first few months of it.
Saying, Massa, you did a good job. Wait and see what's going to happen.
It's not the first few months of it. It's the first few months that you heard of it, and which is sad because Greg Landsman knew that our money was changing.
What do you mean money changing? What do you mean money is changing? What do you mean?
But our currency is not going to be – our currency, the U.S. dollar ain't worth nothing. Pretty much.
It's worth more than a whole lot of other countries, that's for sure.
So you think that's what digital currency
is all about.
The
dollar is king, and cash is king. You can't get where's your crypto cash?
Okay, like I said, which is sad, because you and Greg Landsman are friends and all that stuff, which he didn't even tell you. He didn't even tell you.
Tell me what?
Now,
tell me what?
That he didn't inform you about money changing.
Oh, so he comes into the studio. Hey, Lincoln, let me tell you something. The money's changing. The money's changing. Before the money changes, I'll probably be dead and gone, and you will too. Before the money changes, the way you're talking about.
I'll tell you this. Lincoln, I'm trying to tell you that you're going to have to be honest with the people and deal with the truth before it deals with you.
All right. All I know is that the truth will set you free. That's all I know. Let's take a break, and then we'll come back. Nettie, Joyce, Rick Jr., and others holding on. Lincoln Ware with you. It is Friday. PG Sittenfeld at 12:15. Right here on 1230, The Buzz.
What's happening, good people? It's your cousin Trip Fontaine, and this is the Trip After Dark.
Oh, the Abraham Lincoln is going to stop in Thailand on the way home. Oh, boy. It's going to be it's going to be a whole lot going on with the USS Lincoln if they stop in Thailand on the way home. Oh, my God. And they've been out at sea for 260-something days. Oh, my God. Oh, it's going to be on in Thailand. Jeez. Yeah, it's going to be off the chain. Well, I wouldn't want to be an old school player from the Himalaya right now. Those Himalayan mountains right down in the valley. Woo! And you couldn't outrun that mud. They was trying. They were trying to outrun it. The truck was trying to outrun it. I mean, you couldn't. It was moving too fast. Man, that would be my worst nightmare, to be in something like that. Mud, just nothing but mud coming to bury you. Mud. Oh, boy. Let's see. Let me see if I can. They're going to charge the sailor from Lincoln who tried to jump overboard and commit suicide. He's facing charges now. He's facing charges, and he'll probably, I'm thinking he might be able to get out of this. They have been at sea so long. Some people have a stronger mind than others. He said, I can't take it anymore. He wrote a suicide note to his wife. And Hegseth mocked the letter. He is too much. 250 days at sea. The USS Abraham Lincoln to visit port. Yes. Jesus Christ. What the heck? Oh, man. What is that?
See, Mikey G is funny. It's going to be a lot of Terrence Howard lookalikes in 9 months up in Thailand.
Oh, boy. It's going to be something else, to say the least. It's going to be, it's going to be a real party going on in Thailand.
In the right car seat. Don't think you know. Know you know. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the host and guests and do not necessarily reflect the views of Urban One Incorporated, Radio One, or any of its subsidiary companies.
Giving voice to the community. We are the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station.
1230 WDBZ, the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. Lincoln Ware with you. And the USS Abraham Lincoln, the USS Lincoln, the ship they named after me, after my stint in the Marine Corps, the USS Lincoln, stopping in Thailand after being at sea 200 plus days. And it's going to be a party, let me tell you. Those sailors are going to release a lot of tension on that ship. Man.
They're going to say, do you know Lincoln Ware? He was our best customer.
No, I never did get to Thailand. I went to Singapore, but not Thailand. I never did get there.
They're going to have a portrait of you on the wall.
Never did get to Thailand.
Number one customer.
What can you say? But I'm glad they're going to stop and, relax a little. And then the sailor that tried to commit suicide, now he's facing charges. He just couldn't take it anymore. And some people's minds, they just not as strong as others, and it doesn't take much for them to crack under pressure.
It's like Brent Beard said, get him some help.
Yeah.
Get him some mental help.
That's what they need to do instead of charging the guy. And then Hegseth don't think it's a big deal. He's making a mockery of it. So I guess the sailor, he's trying to get a medical discharge now. So, yeah, but I'm glad to see those soldiers going to get a chance to unwind before they get home. Get a chance to unwind.
And I hope they ask for the special.
Oh, boy. And I hear there's a lot of female impersonators in Thailand, so I hope they don't be blinded by the light.
Well, apparently, they let you know, from what I hear, they let you know that they're a ladyboy.
Oh, okay.
So you're a lady? No, ladyboy. They let them know. So if they participate, they know.
In the Philippines, they call him Benny Boy.
Benny Boy?
Benny Boy. I don't know what that means. But I would always say, you're not a Benny Boy, are you? No. Oh, boy. Let's move along. Let's go to Too Sweet. Too Sweet, how you doing?
Did you get that message I left you regarding PG? That article he wrote in the Journal about being hooked on his phone?
No, I didn't. Did you send it to me?
No, I just mentioned to you to check it out.
What was the article?
It was he wrote about his experience in prison, and he found out when he went to prison that he was hooked on his phone.
He was hooked
but he didn't realize he was hooked on it until he went to prison.
You mean?
And he couldn't have it.
Wait, hooked on his phone, his cell phone?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, he wrote a very interesting article about 3 weeks ago in the Journal.
Okay.
But look, I was calling about what Ryan Dooley was saying about cryptocurrency.
Mm-hmm.
Because nowhere in the hell cryptocurrency is going to ever
replace the dollar.
The U.S. dollar.
Yeah, that's what I tell you.
It's just insane.
Yeah.
I mean, the U.S. dollar has been a world heavyweight champion forever.
Yes.
And it's one currency, right? Well, crypto is all over the damn place.
Mm-hmm.
There are various types of cryptocurrency.
Yes.
And Warren Buffett Lincoln has a saying, do not invest in things you do not understand.
Right.
And crypto doesn't earn anything. It doesn't pay a dividend. It's absolutely garbage.
Yeah.
It's dangerous.
Some people have bet their whole life savings on that.
Well, you're going to pay for
crypto.
it. I mean, if you got a little money to play with, fine, but I don't think it's right for anybody to put a nice bucket in their portfolio. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
And their retirement pension. You got to be crazy.
Yeah.
But look, that's all I have. So what the Bengals going to do?
You mean tonight?
Overall.
Overall, I mean, I'm going to say they might limp into 10 wins.
Okay.
10 wins.
You're saying limp into 10 wins.
Yeah.
So even if they stay healthy, you think they ought to go for 10 wins?
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
I say about 11.
You say 11?
Everybody stay healthy.
Yeah. I'm going to go for 10. I think they might lose a couple that they shouldn't lose, and they might win a couple that they should win, but I don't know. I'm going with 10.
They got to damn sure have a better home record than what they've been.
Yeah.
I mean, let's talk at worst 6-2.
Yeah.
They can't go undefeated no worse than 6-2 at home.
Yeah.
And 500 on the road. So, all right, look, that's all I have, Timbo.
All right. Thanks for your call. All right, Too Sweet. He said 10-4. That means, 30 is the end. 10-4, I have no idea what 10-4, what does 10-4 mean in CB talk? And I used to have a CB radio, but 10-4, what 10-4? They use that in a lot of things, not just a CB radio. All right. Somebody said, I guess my $40 of Bitcoin is worthless. I don't know whether it is or not. All right, Miss Nettie, how in the hell are you?
I am doing fine. Pray, everybody, pray. Everything happens for a reason. And
okay.
Talking about that bus, okay?
Yes.
Everything happened for a reason. Pray, y'all. Now, I'm going to tell you, Yellow Express, oh, my God. On Shepherd Lane, I got to see all my family. I got to see, oh, my God, Angelo Robinson, the whole Brewster. Oh, my God. I just seen them all. I want to say hello to the lady, Sharon Ware, of Walk and Talk.
The first
and
lady
I want to say
Walk and
hello
Talk.
to you, Lincoln.
Yes.
The host with the most. And I want to say hello to the real Terrence Howard, okay?
Yes.
And that's all I have to say. But
and I'll tell P.G. Sittenfeld you said hello also.
Oh, tell him. You know what? Don't start nothing, Lincoln. Don't start. But I'm going to say this. Pray, everybody. Everything happens for a reason. Bye-bye.
All right. I'm going to pray that you have to stop cutting other people's grass out there.
Hey, prayer changes things, okay?
Yes.
All right. God bless.
All right. Thanks for your call. Unbelievable. Unbelievable there. All right. Let's go to Loud Voice Joyce. How are you?
Come on, Lincoln. 10-4, I understand the message. Affirmative, received, understood.
Yes.
10-4, breaker, understood. Okay?
All right, good buddy.
10-2,
okay, good
receiving
buddy.
clearly. 10-4, 10-6, busy. You can Google it all. And that's why when you said, what did it mean, I thought I already knew what it meant, and I Googled it. And I'm wondering why Ron Dula calls up here and tells us all about Bitcoin, how not Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. But he failed to realize, and he failed to tell us that Trump also promoted his own meme coin. That's what Ron invested in, which reached massive peaks before leaving many retail investors underwater alongside other family cryptocurrency accounts. Meaning he made $3 billion and they went down $3 billion. Ron, what don't you understand about that? And the cryptocurrency that your president has endorsed his own company. No president has
never done that before. You're right.
No president has ever done anything Donald Trump has done.
This is true.
He's not even the president. But Ron continues to tell us how great it is. We could all invest in it a little bit, Ron, but great heights like he had his people follow him to do to make his stock go up. And we all know when you get a bunch of people buying and the stock goes up and then you sell real quick and then theirs goes down and they're broke, but you're rich.
Yeah.
Ron, you don't know anything about stocks, so that's why you're talking here, Ron Dummy. And then what did Too Dumb really say to you today? What was he talking about other than football or basketball, whatever the hell? What did he say?
Who? What did who say?
Too dumb, too sweet, too dumb.
Oh, what did he say? What was he talking about? I don't know.
Nothing, because you can't even remember it. Because you know what? He didn't talk about the president that he voted for.
Yeah.
And the other day, you made me think about when you said black men, 20% to 21% of them voted for Donald Trump.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And 10% of black women. Now, they won't come on here and tell us about how regretful they are.
No, they won't do that.
Many of them,
they'll never do that.
They're nice and quiet.
Buyer's remorse. They'll never admit to buyer's remorse. They'll never admit to it.
They had buyer's remorse because America has buyer's remorse. And Ron Dooley, you can come on and talk about cryptocurrency, but you can't come on and talk about gas at $4.79 to $4.99. You can't come on and talk about the Affordable Health Care Act that's not being subsidized. You can't come on and talk about SNAP payments not being paid. And you talked about the children's fund that Trump forced Dale to help fund to give to kids, and you say he'll make them millionaires. You don't know anything about that because we don't know.
Well, I got news, Joyce. I got news coming up, but I'm going to let you talk to Ron Dooley before we go to the news.
Okay, great. Yes, Ron. What about it, Ron? What about the crypto?
So, okay, now you telling me what I'm invested in, and I'm not invested.
Okay.
I'm not invested in Donald Trump's meme coin. So,
okay.
So you telling a lie right there.
I'm not telling a lie.
No, you telling a lie on me because
you said you were invested in it. If you're not good, you're not invested in his meme coin. Okay, you're not invested in his meme coin. I made a mistake. Good. I misspoke.
You ain't make a mistake. You lied.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I just said
what did she lie about? Ron, hold on. Hey. Go ahead, Ron. What did she lie about? What did she lie about?
You always lying when you sit there. When you sit there and say
did Donald Trump cause crypto to crash and he $3 billion was lost from investors? Did that
you
happen?
are a joke, and just because you say it loud, don't mean you the truth.
When you can't answer the question,
he ran him away.
He can't answer the question. That's right, because he can't answer. So thank you, Lincoln. Go to the news and have a great day.
Thanks for your call, Joyce. Unbelievable. Jeez. Unbelievable. And I didn't hang up on Ron. He hung up and ran. Yes. All right. Somebody said gas is still $3.49 at Wawa. Oh, boy. But right across the street is $4-something at the BP. Yeah. All right. And Wawa, that's going to be temporary. I don't think they're going to be able to keep those prices as low as they're keeping them. But I will admit they are keeping them down, it seems like. Wawa, yes. There may be one opening up near you, just like it was near me. All right. News coming up, 12:30, The Buzz.
12:30 a.m. WDBZ, Cincinnati, an Urban One station. Listen online on thebuzzcincy.com. We are 1230 The Buzz, the home of the Lincoln Ware Show.
Costco is announcing plans for a new store in Claremont County. The store will be located along Ivy Point Boulevard near I-275 and include a 30-pump gas station. 250 to 300 jobs are expected to be created. Construction is expected to begin next year. Police are investigating a Thursday night vehicle crash in Over the Rhine. The 3-vehicle accident happened about 9:15 p.m. at a location on East Liberty Street. 2 people were hurt. The injuries of 1 victim are described as life-threatening. An overnight shooting in Over the Rhine has left 2 people injured. Police responded to a shots fired report and found 2 men suffering from non-life-threatening injuries at a location on East McMicken Avenue. No arrests have been reported. Cincinnati police have arrested a man accused of opening fire on a local mother and her 3 children. Reports say Brandon Brown fired shots at the family during an August 14th argument on Montana Avenue. Brown is charged with 4 counts of felonious assault. The Reds will begin a 3-game series against the Cubs at Wrigley Field this afternoon. Cincinnati has won just 2 of its last 7 games. The Reds' next home game is Monday night against the San Diego Padres. I'm Heather Pasco on 1230 The Buzz.
Did you miss something? Catch the rebroadcast. Do it again. For the full schedule, go to thebuzzcincy.com.
.1230 WDBZ, the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. Lincoln Ware with you. And we should be talking to PG Sittenfeld around 12:20, 12:25, somewhere around in there. And we'll talk to him about, from day one up until the other day when all charges were dropped. It's finally all over for PG Sittenfeld. And it was a long journey, let me tell you. But we'll hear from him this half hour. So stick around and we'll check him out. All right, let's go to Langston. Langston, how you doing?
Doing good, sir. How are you doing on this Good Friday?
Hey, I'm hanging in there. What's on your mind?
Very good. Wow, there's so many things, but let's just go ahead and deal with the orange clown in office here. And I find it amazing that people are still riding for this guy, and he's giving them absolutely nothing. And the fact that he's not even giving them nothing, he's taking more.
Yeah.
All these farmers, I'm curious if they have any buyer's remorse. I'm curious if they're still happy in regards to what he's doing to them and trying to bring in some, ringworm beef from Argentina. It's just a
I know.
ringworm.
And I mean, I hope they mark it on the package where this beef is from, because I don't know if I really, but, I don't know. They say they've got some good beef down there, but I don't know. I hope it's been checked by the USDA and all that stuff. I don't know. I mean, how are they able to?
Yeah, well, I got flagged, Lincoln, is at the highest level. I think it was level 1, that this stuff is bad. And this guy's just shopping off stuff that they can't sell, I assume. And we have our wonderful commander-in-chief that'll say, well, we'll buy it. Yeah. And they're shopping this crap around. You can't even eat it.
Just to try to lower prices so he'll look good before the midterms.
But and that's the insanity of this. How does that lower prices if you can't even sell it? It's just gonna you buy it and now it's gotta sit because no one's gonna buy it. You can't sell it to retailers because they're like, well, this stuff is bad. It's been already marked. So that's why you have them come back in and try to ease all these restrictions, which keeps us alive from all this food that we purchase. I don't think I've ever seen a list of recalls on food as long as we have now.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Glass,
yeah,
metal.
You're right about that. Regulation definitely protects the citizens, that's for sure. When you have more regulations, it might be a bigger hassle, but you don't let all this stuff happen when you have regulations. And Trump has pretty much ended all the Biden regulations so people can cut corners and put this stuff out there on the market, and then you get all these recalls and stuff.
And there you go. And one more thing, I'm curious, with our Too Sweet, is Too Sweet considered a bitty boy? What did you say? I don't know if that works or not.
No.
But no, one more thing. But I mean, again, he's selling us all these pipe dreams. He's not doing anything. He's not going to lower your gas prices. He's not lowering electricity. He's not lowering He's not increasing costs. But what he'll give you? Lake America.
Yes, Lake America. We got a Gulf now. We got a lake, and the next we're going to have an ocean.
I hope everybody can eat that.
Oh, boy.
Thank you, Lincoln. I appreciate you, brother.
Unbelievable. They had an article in the Inquirer about Marvin Lewis talking about Mike Brown. He says Mike Brown doesn't give a S about money. That's pretty much what he says. He said he doesn't waste money, but he said all the money goes to the football team, and that football team is that football team is winning. He said on the Inside Football podcast. Yeah. He said that man has no outside habits other than reading big ass thick books that I used to just look at on his desk or beside me on the plane. Like, God, I'd go to sleep in 1 second if I had to read those books. But he said all Mike Brown wants to do is win football games. The way he wants to win he doesn't want to mortgage the franchise on 1 year, one player. He sees a 3 or 4 year projection, and that's different than how some organizations work. Yeah. So there you go. Mike Brown is really not the cheapskate everybody makes him out to be. Well, he sure has that image out there, I'm telling you. I think his father, Paul Brown, was probably cheaper than Mike Brown is, you know? I think so. Because I've heard from some of these old school bingo players say they used to have to wear, they just put all the jock straps in a washer, and they used to have to interchange jock straps. You know? What? Yes. And some guys would come from another team and see that, and they just couldn't believe it. They couldn't believe it. So, I don't know. What can you say? What can you say? All right, let's go to Stuck in Cincy. Stuck in Cincy, how you doing?
Hello, Lincoln. How are you?
I'm hanging in there. What's on your mind?
That's good. I wanted to give in on a positive note that we are celebrating the retirement of Dr. Monica Posey from the Cincinnati State College.
Yeah, I did hear I thought she had already retired. When did she retire?
Yes, they had a ceremony at the college today. We're at the Hyatt Regency, and we're with the mayor and our very own Curtis Fuller in Channel 5.
Okay, all right.
All righty.
Yeah,
that's all.
Monica Posey is a good lady, and she knows she got like a 4th degree black belt or something.
Yes, she is. And she teaches it every week. They have class every week at the church.
The president of the college there is teaching karate classes. Unbelievable. All right.
Yes, you can't beat that. Well, we'll see you tomorrow, and thank you so much, and you have a great weekend.
All right. See you at the Walking Club tomorrow. And speaking of that, thank you, Stuck in Cincy, the Lincoln Ware Walking Club tomorrow. We start walking at 8:30, and I'm expecting at least 150, 200 people to walk tomorrow because the weather, there's no clouds in the sky. The weather's going to be great. If you get started early at 8:30, you get there you'll be finished before the heat hits. So come on out and walk with us tomorrow. Winton Woods, right there at the pavilion, right near where the boats are. You'll see all the purple shirts, and you'll know you're in the right place. So tomorrow morning, get there around 8. And you can talk to some people and listen to the music from DJ Sharon Ware. And then you can talk to people, and then you can get in your little group or whoever you want to walk with. And we start walking at 8:30. And if you're a fast walker, if you go the long route, you'll be finished by 9:30. Maybe even a little before 9:30 if you try to keep up with me and Doug Springs and Mike Ballard and a couple other people. Yes. So, Terrence, we'll see. Oh, that's right. We won't see you tomorrow, will we? Have we ever seen you?
How do you know, Mr. Ware? How do you know?
I just know.
Now, if I show up with somebody else, do they have to have a purple shirt too, right?
Well, they don't have to have. We'll have one for them.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
We will have one for them if they show up.
Okay.
That'll be really record-setting. Breaking news. That will be breaking news, let me tell you. All right. And, I take Clifford on here. I'll be walking at 6:30 a.m. Okay. We know you got Bible study after the walk, so go ahead and start by yourself at 6:30 and show off. I've already walked the route, and I guess he has. He maybe pours water on himself to look like he's sweating, got the towel wiping his face off. How do we know you actually walked? I've been here since 6:30. How do we know? Oh, boy. Some people, I tell you.
Yeah, that's what you call being a hater, Clifford. That's what you call being a hater. What Lincoln Ware is doing right there.
Unbelievable. All right. 6 Cincinnati schools are among the 13 penalized by the Ohio State Athletic Association. Yeah. They violated some rules there when it comes to practice and things like that. Anderson High School football program violated sport regulations 7.8 and 7.10, individual skill instruction when the team participated in full team activities. I don't know. Moeller is guilty of one with the boys soccer team. The coach violated a rule. North College Hill football program violated a football regulation. Yeah. And these schools are... Withrow violated one. Withrow. The Cincinnati College Preparatory Academy football program violated a rule. And Hughes High School. Yeah, not to be left out. Hughes High School violated a football regulation. So these coaches better get their acts together and stop violating the rules. Rules are rules. And they're violating them. Rick Jr., how are you?
How you doing? All right. Hey, I read something maybe about 5 or 6 months ago, and I could not believe it. You realize 2 of the richest, I started to say richest white men, but I just say 2 of the richest people there in Cincinnati on the phone. Well, you will believe it. Mikey Brown and Roger Staubach. Can you believe that?
What about them now?
They're 2 of the wealthiest people in Cincinnati.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But Staubach is mixed up.
I mean, I knew Mike Brown was in there, but Roger Staubach, I didn't know. I didn't know.
Yeah, he's mixed up in the real estate and all that.
Okay.
And I'm telling for y'all, PT or whatever his name is, I'm praying he doesn't sell y'all a bad property today. I hope he shows up because you can't trust them white guys. So if he don't show up. So if he does show up,
wait, he's not. Okay, first of all, he's not showing up. He's calling in on the phone.
I know. I heard that.
And between 12:15 and 12:30, he'll be on here. Between 12:15 and 12:30, he'll be on the air.
I'm praying that he does even that. Okay. Now one more thing.
Yeah.
Now, I heard that lady yesterday. She's one of the late calls, and she was talking about her niece that was hit by one of those bicycles going 70 miles an hour.
Yes.
That was on drugs. I went and looked that up and stuff, there was a couple other incidents over there. Y'all got some heroin houses right over there around that zoo that they ain't talking about.
Oh.
Remember that lady that got killed down there?
How do you know they have... Wait, how do you know? You don't even live in Cincinnati, and you haven't lived here for 50 years or more. How do you know what kind of heroin, you call it heroin, but heroin houses they have over by the zoo?
Well, it's just 2 incidents, okay? Just 2 incidents, okay? That one lady that got killed, she was walking with her friend, a lady, down there on the corner at Glenwood and Vine Street about 7 or 8 years ago.
That's Lincoln Ware Way in Vine Street.
They were from Kentucky. Now, what the hell were they doing going down Glenwood? Buying heroin, okay?
How do you know? Wait, how do you know that's what they were doing? Where did you see that?
Said in the paper.
Okay, I'll have to go back and look at that. I'll have to go back and look at that.
Kid that killed that lady's niece, that was a heroin group. There was a bunch of white boys.
Okay, and first of all, we're in 2026. We don't call heroin anymore. That was the old school term.
They were riding in a stolen car. High on heroin, okay? and by the way, that her niece would be graduating.
All right,
her niece would be graduating this year, by the way, because that was 4 years ago.
All right, I gotta go, Rick. Thanks for your call. Unbelievable.
Boring.
All right, let's take a break, and we'll come back, and hopefully in the next few minutes, we'll hear from PG Sittenfeld right here on 1230 The Buzz.
Lincoln Ware is on demand.
On demand.
That's right. Listen to the Lincoln Ware Show when.
No, I didn't want to take a chance on the hotline. He just texts. He says he's on a call to be 12:25. 12:25. I will add the word heron on next Friday's spelling test. Oh, boy. Heron. Heron. They got a heron house down there. I tell you, these people are something else.
He really thinks he benefits your show by calling in with all of these so-called facts.
I know. He does. Yes, he does. Pamela Kinney said she's on the floor. Oh, boy. Unbelievable. And he kept saying heron. They used to say that back in the 70s. I need one of those heron rocks. I need a rock, man. Got a spoon. Need to melt some rock. Some heron. Is it too late to be part of the walking club? No, it is not too late. People kill me with that. We walk from June to the end of September. It's going to be too late by the time you decide to walk. But yeah, it kills me. I run into people in October. Oh, your walking club is over? I was planning on walking. You know, give me a break.
Do they think it's year-round or something?
I don't know what they did. Y'all shut it down too early.
Oh boy.
Been going since June. And, you know, I just want to just choke them, you know? Oh, boy. And before the walk started, when y'all walking? When you going to start to walk? Yeah. Oh, boy.
Visit connecttoeffect.org to find resources and ways to stay connected. Presented by AARP Foundation with support from United Healthcare.
The voice of the community. We are 1230 AM The Buzz, your talk station.
1230 WDBZ, The Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. And we'll be talking to PG Sittenfeld in a few minutes. He'll be coming up just a few minutes. So in the meantime, let's talk to Stefan. Stefan, how you doing today?
I'm doing fine, Brother Lincoln. You talking about 2 minutes. Come on, man.
I said a few minutes. I said a few minutes he'll be on. When he calls, though, I'm going to let you go. But go ahead and talk while you can.
Okay. But, Brother Lincoln, man, I appreciate you allowing the young lady to come in yesterday, brother. I mean, it was real nice, man, that you did that, man.
Well, did they get any calls for people to come and learn CPR?
Yeah, she went. Yeah, she went to WCIN side, and a lot of people called.
WCIN side, what?
I mean, my phone. I'm sorry, the Wiz.
Okay.
She went to your side. Thank you for correcting me, sir. Why it matters? Why CPR and AED matter in community? Because every neighborhood shall have people who knows what to do in an emergency, Lincoln. You know, a few minutes can make a tremendous difference while waiting for a 911 response.
That's true.
It's very
That's
important.
True. That's
you
true.
know, and I actually got certified too yesterday.
You did?
I got certified. Yes,
Okay.
sir, I had to, man. I had to do it, man.
Well, if you show up on one of those scenes with your camera, you're going to have to put that camera down and do some CPR. Yes.
Because first of all, you got to make sure the area is clear. If somebody gets shot in the street, you got to make sure I don't get hit by no car. Clear. So I got to make sure I'm going all in with the expertise I got to learn from the divine intervention, Brother Lincoln, because we got to learn CPR, learn AED, and learn first aid. You never know when someone you love, a neighbor, a coworker, or a stranger that might need my help to save their life. You get what I'm saying? We might have Brother Roz might need me, man.
Yeah.
You know, I might have to save his life, man. You know what I mean? I ain't might, I will, brother.
Yes.
That's why I love people, brother. I love people, man. We got to do that, Lincoln. Like the football player. When he came here and played, he had a cardiac arrest, right?
Mm-hmm.
See, that was part of that. And, man, the churches need to get involved with this. They need to have an AED in their churches. They need to get involved. Every community. If you get money from City Hall, you need to get trained for CPR and AED and first aid.
Yes.
It's a must, Lincoln. Watch this. She trained people at Music Hall. You know, they had to get certified. You know, so Lincoln, you need to make sure you come up there and learn this stuff, brother, because it's very serious what's going on. Brothers got shot. You know, yesterday incident happened. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Brothers need help. How to stop tourniquet. You know what I mean? Stop the bleed, brother. It's a must, man. It's a must, Lincoln. But Lincoln, I just didn't talk about that. Wanted to talk about that. Lincoln, black brothers getting lynched down in Mississippi. I mentioned that to you yesterday.
Yes, you
did.
did.
Black people don't hang people, brother.
No. I don't think so.
The FBI need to get involved. All the community need to get involved down in that area. Not just in that area. It's all over happening. New York, North Carolina. See, I mean, they must have forgot. You know what I mean? Like, no, we need to wake up. Pay attention what's going on around you. It's very important. Very, very important, Lincoln, and it's that sad. And on this Madden football game, 27, they got that dude played the quarterback for Chicago Bears. Man, how is the damn fingernails polished, man? They got to stop this stuff, man. These young babies playing and watching them.
What color are they?
They different colors. This stuff gotta stop.
I don't know. I know. Yeah, that just I hate to see that. If a guy had his nails done and he puts like the clear on there, I can go with that. But when you start painting your nails different colors, I don't know if I can go with that.
It's wrong for that. Next thing, the football players gonna be having thongs on the football covers.
Yes,
on the Madden football game. They need to stop that.
Yeah,
they need to make their pants kind of loose when they play football, because you got their own people making sure they wear their fingernails polished. They wear the little tight Hispanic pants they wear. This stuff got to stop.
Well,
sad.
Well, the fingernails, that's a little much, but hey, let everybody do their own thing, Not your nails that are polished different colors, so let them do what they do. Let them do what they do.
If they do what they do, Lincoln, the whole
it's not going to affect you. But how is him painting his fingernails going to affect you?
How it's affecting me? It's going to affect our youth, Lincoln. You got the young youth behind us.
Well, I mean, the kids do look up to these guys, and they'll try to copy them and do what they do. Right. I agree, yes.
How we going to be a role model?
Yes,
it's just like Lincoln Ware. You got the Lincoln Ware Walking Club. If Lincoln Ware polishes his nails, everybody going to polish his nails too? Hell to the knob. But we ain't on that, and you ain't going to polish
You won't see my nails polished. You won't see them polished. That's for sure. Hey, let me take a break. Anyway, I got to take a break. PG is on the line. We're going to take a break, get rid of these commercials, and then we're going to come back and talk to PG, okay?
Tell PG I said hi.
All right. I'll tell him. Let's take a break, and then we'll come back. 12:30, The Buzz.
Looking for a podcast that delves into the intricacies of love and relationships? Look no further than Dear Future Wifey. Whether you're single or in a relationship, this podcast is a perfect place to engage in thoughtful discussions about relationships. Join us on a journey of exploration and recovery as we explore the world of love and discover the secrets to successful relationships. Tune in every week for new episodes on the Urban One Podcast Network. Go to urbanonepodcast.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
2 jazz masters, 1 unforgettable concert, Grammy Award winners, Branford Marsalis.
All right. He's coming up.
I had to chat with my friend for a little bit, Mr.
Did he
Ware.
remember you? He remembered you?
Yeah, he remembered. Yeah. That's what he said anyway.
Yes.
You know. Well, I used to run the board for him and Tamaya
yes.
on the weekend when they had this show.
Yes.
So, yeah. It's great to hear from PG, man. Great to hear from him.
Yep. PG Sittenfeld. Okay.
Smooth Tear has the same softness you love, now with wavy edges that tear better than the leading one-ply brand. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
1230 The Buzz. Streaming live on your computer. Log on to thebuzzcincy.com.
1230 WDBZ, the Buzz of Cincinnati, your talk station. Lincoln Ware with you till 1 o'clock this afternoon. And as promised, on the phone, the first interview since, I guess, he's given since he's been arrested. Boy, that's been a few years ago. And he's now been cleared of all charges, dismissed. And PG Sittenfeld is back to where he started again. PG, how are you? And, of course, you used to have a show right here on The Buzz.
I did. I recall it very fondly. And actually, when I called in a minute ago, Terrence, who's running the board for you, he used to run it for my show, so it was great to hear his voice. And, Lincoln, I want to give you credit right out of the gate. I will say you have been very, very persistent over the years asking for this interview. I have not done locally. I've done some national stuff. I've not done local interviews, but out of my longtime fondness for you, and I should also add my even greater fondness for your wonderful daughter, Tamiko, I'm glad to join you today.
Yeah, you actually introduced her to her husband, right? I think you had something to do with that along the way.
Yeah, they were. Well, you know, sometimes campaigns lead to not good stuff, and sometimes campaigns lead to beautiful things. And I'm glad that their wonderful union is among the good things.
Yes. So how are you now? It's been a long journey for you, and I don't know if anybody told you, but I've been on your side the entire way. I'm like, he never should have been arrested. He never should have had to go to jail. And I've been on your side the entire time. People will vouch for that because they get on my case for vouching for you the entire time. How does it feel to be a free man?
It's appreciated. It feels good. I mean, I will say I want to use what happened to me, and obviously, you know, to say the least, I fought this tooth and nail every single step of the way. So, you know, I do think it was a miscarriage of justice, but I really want to use it happening to me to lend a voice and sort of be there for other people who are getting churned through a criminal justice system, criminal legal system, which, you know, it's really hard to fight. It's even harder to win. And look, as for the people who are still giving you a hard time, I mean, at this point, you know, I received a grant of clemency from the executive branch. The convictions were vacated by the Supreme Court of the United States. You know, the amici ranged for the sort of people who submitted briefs to the court saying, this just doesn't smell right, this doesn't add up. Everyone from Barack Obama's U.S. attorney and his White House counsel to high-up Trump figures, and now, you know, earlier this week, the judge dismissing the whole thing for good. So I will say, after all of that, if someone still feels the way they feel, you can't convince them, and I certainly can't convince them, and we don't need to. I wish them love and joy in their life, and they can have whatever opinion they want.
Yes, so I've got a lot of questions for you. And
I was going to say, we're catching up. We got years to catch up on, so I'll follow your lead here.
Okay. All right, let's go. You were arrested. Did you turn yourself in, right? They gave you that opportunity. They didn't give Tamaya and I think a pastor that opportunity. They arrested them, but did you get a chance to turn yourself in?
Well, so as you might recall, and I think he might have gone on your show or some other shows at some point, you know, Jeff and I ended up being at FCI Ashland together. He was incredibly kind. We had a you know, I think good times trying to support each other through an incredibly difficult situation, family separation. He was always very kind, sharing his oranges with me. You know, good fruits and vegetables, hard to come by in prison. He was very kind in that regard. But the reason I bring it up, His arrest happened about a week before, and a lot of information started to come out then. And I was like, hey, these guys they always seem like people who wanted to invest in a dangerous, blighted building in the heart of downtown Cincinnati. Clearly, they're not what they appeared to be. So at that point, I sort of retained a lawyer. They reached out to the U.S. Attorney's Office, who said, yeah, we're going to be bringing, and I mean, this was beyond shocking to me. I mean, the shock of a lifetime, said that we're going to be bringing an indictment against PG. So I then, and at the time, I mean, I've written about a lot of this for sort of national publications at this point. My wife, who's a cancer doctor, was finishing her residency at the Cleveland Clinic at the time. This was during COVID. We had a young child, so I was back and forth a lot between doing my duties as a councilman for the city of Cincinnati and then also being with my wife and being with our baby as she was finishing her medical residency. So the morning of my arrest, I set my alarm for like 3:30 a.m. I did not sleep a wink that night, as you can imagine. I drive down 71 in order to meet 8 FBI agents in the driveway of my house, and that's the day of my arrest.
Man, I know. And your stomach just had to, your heart just had to drop to your stomach, and I know the feel. What was that feeling?
I think and this is where, like, I have so much compassion. I mean, 70 million people in America have had an encounter with the criminal legal system, and that means that so we're talking about, like, basically half the country, either it's happened to them or it's happened to an immediate family member. But I will say, for those who are fortunate enough to be in the half where they have not had that encounter with law enforcement, there is a level of it just being disorienting and sort of surreal and scary. I mean, I think there was a little bit that particular day of, okay, this is a dream or more of a nightmare. This is a really bad dream, and I think I'm going to wake up. But man, this feels pretty real. So, look, it was crazy and it was wild. And I was thinking to myself, this just doesn't make sense. Like, what could they be sort of alleging? And I was then later that day sitting in a U.S. Marshal holding cell in the sort of downtown federal courthouse building. They come and hand me an indictment, which, an indictment, when it says at the top of the page, the United States of America versus PG Sittenfeld, you think, oh, crap, that's a pretty formidable opponent right there. But I read it, and, of course, this is like the worst stuff that, cherry-picked lines and the worst they can come up with. And I'm like, why are they doing this?
Right. At that point, you're like, what did I do?
Sense. And obviously, ultimately, the Supreme Court, the President of the United States, as I mentioned, like Barack Obama's U.S. Attorney Carter Stewart, who I will also say is married to one of my heroes, Michelle Alexander, Barack Obama's White House counsel. I mean, the number of people that are they're not smarter than you, Lincoln, but they're a lot smarter than I am, who were able to just look at the very basic facts and say, this makes no sense. But I think, as many of your listeners know, as you know, as millions and millions of Americans know, the justice system isn't always motivated by justice, unfortunately, and that leads to a lot of bad faith actions and unfortunate outcomes. And I never want, I feel, to your original question, how am I doing? I'm doing great. My cup feels very full. We have, I'm getting to do a lot of writing stuff, which is sort of like a professional dream come true. Great family life. We had after this all started, we had a second kid and then a third kid. So we haven't slowed down in that regard. But
you've been busy.
I never want to skip over the anguish of what the American criminal legal system can do to people.
Well, let me ask you this.
None worse than family separation,
Let me ask you this. Was the first day the day you got arrested, was that worse than the first night you spent in jail down at the federal prison? Which one was worse? So I was the day of my arrest, I was released of my own recognizance that day. So the first time I spent the night in prison was the night of January 2nd, 2024. I reported to FCI Ashland in Ashland, Kentucky. And I've always sort of said to, life is a mysterious journey, right? And people surprise you and experiences surprise you. And I say this very sincerely. From almost the moment I came to prison, a place that nobody wants to end up, especially if they feel, all the more so if they feel they've suffered a wrongful conviction,
it felt like a scene out of Matthew 25, where like welcome the stranger, tend to the prisoner. Close. So I remember being cold because it was the middle of winter, and they gave me. I weighed about 175 pounds when I got there, and they said, "Okay, here are some clothes for someone who would weigh about 400 pounds, and you don't have any winter stuff." And from the get-go, the other men there who had led messy and challenging lives, to say the least, they bring me like a jar of peanut butter, and they give me a sweatshirt to wear, and they sort of say, hey, here, let us know if we can help with this and that. I experienced so much kindness. So here I was feeling like, my own government, to which I tried to serve and was a taxpayer, had sort of been so horrible and abusive. And then these fellow prisoners were the ones who were just full of kindness and generosity, even though they had so little. So
now,
I would say.
How was the ride down? How was the ride? Who did your wife ride with you down there? That had to be a long ride.
So we have, my wife Sarah is the hero of this story. She has been grace-giving and kind and resilient and unwavering. And to anyone who has ever been churned through the American criminal legal system, it's as hard on the family as it is on the individual itself. I absolutely believe that. Because we have young children and because, my wife spends her days literally trying to save people from their cancer diagnosis, she stayed home with our young kids. We wanted to keep things as normal as you possibly can.
She stayed home.
And one of my three sisters and my aunt flew into town, and they were the ones that actually drove me. It's about a 2.5-hour drive to FCI Ashland. And I'll tell you what, I have made that drive since. You become friends with a lot of the guys.
Okay. So you've gone back to see some.
I go to prisons all the time now. I've gone to the D.C. jail. I've gone to the biggest women's prison in Virginia, and I've also gone back to the place where I was in prison to see my cellie there. But like Lincoln, you're going to daily Bible study with these guys. You're cooking prison cheesecakes. You're commiserating over guards that sometimes aren't very nice to you. There's a real real bond is forged there. So I absolutely went back to visit my cellie almost as soon as I was legally allowed to.
And this was like a low-level federal prison where it's not like like a state prison or something like that. This was, you could walk and move around kind of freely. I don't know.
Yeah, I never. Different. You would certainly, if someone is going to end up in a place they never want to, i.e. prison. You would much rather be in a place like that. They refer to them as camps, where you do have freedom of movement. It's a little bit less you don't. Everyone can get along well with everybody. You don't have to pick your tribe and it's tribe against tribe. So it was. If you're going to end up in a place that no one wants to, I thought the social dynamics, if you will, were pretty. Now I will say there was also a learning curve for me. So you walk into the TV room in prison. And the first day, the guy's like, all right, PG, that is the black TV. That is the white TV. That is the sports TV. And that's the Hispanic TV. Don't go changing the channel on the black TV. Don't go changing the channel on the sports TV. So, there's some rules.
The TVs are segregated. Segregation when it comes to TVs, I guess. I don't know.
A little bit of, everyone's in the same room, although there was a funny story if you have 4 TVs next to each other, you obviously, you can't have the TVs blaring over one another.
How can you hear what's going on? Yeah.
Well, so what guys do is you plug you have a headphone and you plug it into a little handheld radio that you have.
Oh, okay.
And then you set the radio to the TV station.
Okay.
So the only time that I was at FCI Ashland that all 4 televisions were playing the exact same thing was the Super Bowl. Now, if you recall, I think this was maybe Chiefs versus 49ers was the Super Bowl in 2024. So the whole room is sitting there watching the same Super Bowl. But the Hispanic television, for whatever reason, is running about 15 seconds ahead of everything else. That game ends up coming down to some dramatic 4th down, and we're all waiting to see what's going to happen.
And about Hispanics are jumping up cheering.
All the Hispanic guys are like, yeah! And it completely gives it away. So, look, prison, it's awful, and it's, family separation is awful and painful, but one thing I will say, it was never boring. It was always very lively. Things like that, among others.
Now, do you plan on getting in? Everybody wants to know, are you going back into politics since your record has been wiped clean, the charges dismissed? Will you ever get back into politics?
It's such a funny question. I mean, I've answered it many, many times now. The desire isn't there, and I'd say it's for two reasons. One, we have 3 very young children. If you ask me, what's the most joyful thing you've done this year, I'd probably say, coaching one of my sons in kindergarten track. Mm-hmm. I want good people to run for elected office. I want this to be a season of my life where, I can kind of put my family first as much as possible, and just not have the totally crazy schedule of a politician. The other thing I would say, and this is very important to me, people can make a difference in elected office. I don't generally hold elected officials these days in that high esteem. Mm-hmm. But one of the things and this has been an evolution and a learning for me, there's so many ways of being of service to other people and being a change agent and making a difference. So if you say, do you want to run for or hold elected office? My answer is no, thank you. Lincoln Ware for president 2028. But if your question is, do you want to be involved in making change, making the world a better place, being involved in criminal justice reform? Yeah, I mean, I've been doing some of that, and I'm definitely going to keep doing more. So yes to change making, no to running for office.
No for running for. You will never ever. We will never see your name on a ballot.
I have I'm 41 years old. Now, I was a young man when we met, Lincoln. So I'm a kind of middle-aged man now.
Yes.
I don't know, 25, 30 years from now, is it possible to know what my brain might feel? But I can say with 100% confidence, sincerity, I have zero interest, desire. And again, that doesn't mean I don't want to be involved in, fights and causes that feel important to me. I just think that's one fairly narrow way. And again, our culture and the media really hypes up the elected side of things. But, so much this has been a pretty spiritual journey for me, too. So I feel I'm way more drawn to, plugging into faith communities as a way of making differences and changing hearts and minds. And I also, my main professional endeavor, I do a ton of writing. And, I want to keep writing stuff that I hope can change people's minds on things I care about.
Let me ask you this. The pardon you got from President Trump, people want to know, what did you have to give up to get that? What do you have to do? Or did you have to pay for that? How did that happen?
I'm sure this will be, for all of the conspiracy theorists out there, I'm sure this will be a disappointing answer. But I have spoken to this one publicly, too. The pardon came as a huge surprise, as a total shock to me. And the reason it came as a huge shock was I had not applied for a pardon. I had not pursued a pardon. There's all this sort of formal stuff that you need to do. Didn't need to do any of it. It also concurrently, it came as a huge relief. So I don't want to in any way say that I wasn't grateful for it. But no, we were, and look, I was not a fly on the wall of the Oval Office. So this is sort of deducing after the fact. But the two things that we've been able to put together afterwards of why would this particular president pardon a local former Democratic elected official?
Inquiring minds want to know that.
And who, when I was in office, I had my criticisms of various policies, right? So, and there was never a donation, never taking to Twitter to grovel for it or anything like that. The two things we were able to put together is, one, I think people in the White House counsel's office genuinely thought it was a despicable prosecution and very misguided. So one, just on the merits. But two, people kind of forget this. We were on the brink of taking our case to the Supreme Court, which we still did. But who would have had to defend the whole prosecution and the charging theory in the Supreme Court? The Trump administration. And they were probably looking at it and saying, why in the world do we want to have to defend this heap of garbage in front of the 9 justices of the Supreme Court? I think they might have thought, okay, well, if we give a grant of clemency in the form of a pardon, then this whole thing goes away. Now, in terms of our doggedness wanting to fight this every step of the way, we realized that we were not mooted in the case. So even after the pardon, we still went forward to the Supreme Court, which ended up acting unanimously, vacating the convictions. But no, I'm sorry that there's no no juicy conspiracy theory.
So you didn't have to pay Trump $1 million or anything like that for him to agree to this. That's what people think. You have to pay.
I have never spoken to him, donated anything like that. No, I mean I think that again, like they probably didn't want to have to defend this in front of the Supreme Court. And two, I think that again, I can't speak for what he thought. I do have a pretty high level of confidence that people in the White House counsel's office, once the case was more on their radar because we were about to submit our Supreme Court petition, were like, this is a totally ludicrous prosecution in the first place. That's what we were able to put together after the fact.
Now, what happened? You had like $800,000 in that pact or something like that. What happened with that? Did you have to give that, forfeit that, or what happened with that?
No. That was so my lawyers basically, I mean, for reasons you can imagine, were like, well, why don't you take your campaign fund and kind of sit tight? I think they say, if you want to make a few charitable contributions from it or things like that. But that's basically been sitting tight. And I think, now that since we just, finally have final resolution on this, I will go back to them and say, what would you advise? But that's when people will really believe I am definitely not running for anything.
Right.
I mean, my guess is that they will advise, and this certainly meshes with my heart, and what I think makes sense is take those funds and donate them to charities that are doing good work. My guess about what we'll do with that.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't hear definitive. No, you'll never go back to politics. I think you've got the bug. I think you really thought about it. Have you thought about it?
Well, Lincoln, who's gonna be? I'm not sitting here. I mean, look, I will say, so many people in Cincinnati, ranging from people like former mayors of the city to, strangers who have gotten in touch. I have felt, a lot of love and support. And I've tried to pour myself out, like doing a good job as a councilman for nearly a decade. So I felt the love of the community. I'm not sitting here at all pretending there's some like draft PG movement. But I can tell you bluntly, if in my heart or in my head, I felt stirred to run for office. I've always been a person that's like, go for your dreams. I don't feel that. I'm having a great time writing stories that I think can help, matter and make a difference. I'm enjoying getting to have a schedule that lets me focus on my family. There's no desire to run for anything. So you can take that. What I was going to ask, who's going to succeed Lincoln? Who's your successor at the mic? Maybe the radio is my future, Lincoln.
At the advice of my counsel, I've been told to take the fifth. But anyway.
Will you still, at age 100, will you still be in that chair behind the mic? Tell the truth.
I can tell you a flat out no. Just like you about running for office, no. I can tell you no. Now, let me ask you this. When you see what's going on in the city now with AFTAB and the crime, the violence, the city manager, lawsuits, what do you say to yourself? Do you have the answers to what's going on if you were the mayor right now? Because you were going to be the mayor if not for your problems with the Fed. So
do you know the one time I say to my wife when I'm kind of like, look, I love the city of Cincinnati. We choose to raise our family here. I send my kids to school here. We go to church here. My wife works here. All of that. Whenever there's a big snowfall, I look at my wife and say, I'm pretty glad this isn't my responsibility. Look, in terms of local politics, because this is the place that, we are raising our family, I'm cheering for folks. I want governance to be as good as possible. I will, and maybe this is of course, the way I got ejected from, the path I was on, of course there was a level of that feeling sort of emotionally painful. So maybe that's part of why I don't follow the day-to-day, but I also think it has to do with we all only have so much bandwidth in our life. So for me, if I'm working on, a piece, the most recent piece of writing I did was for the Wall Street Journal, or if I'm corresponding with the leader of some national criminal justice reform organization, or if I'm coaching kindergarten track, if those are the things that have my attention, I would say it is not as much within my current bandwidth to follow the daily blow of what's going on in the city. So I wish everyone well. I cheer for them. If I can help with something, glad to do it. But it's not the thing I'm kind of focused on.
Do you think you would have an answer to the violence that's going on in the city now? Have you paid that close attention to it? Do you think they're doing it wrong? Would you do it the PG way or what?
I think I mean, I don't think I'm a better problem solver than anyone else. I mean, God gave me a decent brain and an ability to like reach out to people who I think are smarter than I am. So again, I'm not on the weeds in these issues, so I'm not here to second guess people. I would say again, like more of my day-to-day brain power, whatever brain power there is in my little brain, is probably going more towards thinking about like national criminal justice reform issues and issues of mass incarceration and things like that than is necessarily going to day-to-day city issues. Now, that's not to say those issues aren't incredibly important, but, I want to put my trust in the people that have chosen to run for council, run for mayor, are leading a given city department. It's their charge to solve those problems day to day.
How hard
and
was
Lincoln? I'm sure you have plenty of opinions that you're offering them, right?
Oh yes, of course. I'm solving all the problems. You know that.
You are.
How hard was it? You're a man that keeps his cell phone either in his ear or in his hand. How hard was it for you to go to jail and forget about that cell phone? Was that very hard?
You might be asking this. I was a little bit surprised. So I had a piece for the Wall Street Journal like 2 weeks ago, and it was kind of a quirky piece. It was basically about how, like most of us who have a smartphone, it's buzzing and chirping and distracting you and pulling you out of your thoughts and kind of pulling you out of the present moment. That, as much as you don't want to end up in prison, as anguishing as family separation is, one of the things that was actually refreshing was not having this little device saying, look at me, so answer me. So, one of the things, and again, I spend a lot of time sort of in the faith side of my life. I think a lot about freedom and the different forms that it takes. Obviously, people can have or they can lose their physical freedom. But I do think our phones, in some ways, they imprison our mind in different ways, too. So although it might sound weird to say, yes, whatever you want to call it, like a digital detox or digital freedom, it was kind of refreshing to not have this little distraction machine chirping at me all day long and instead, be a little bit more deeply immersed in a Bible study or a conversation with another prisoner or, you're walking through the prison yard talking with someone. So, now I ended the Wall Street Journal piece by saying, lest anyone think this was some triumphant story of transformation, it wasn't. I got home, if you recall, a panel of federal judges ordered my immediate early release, one of the craziest, most dramatic.
I know that was a great day for you when they said, you're getting out.
Oh, my God. I mean, unbelievable, because that came, as shocking as this whole thing was, I mean, there have been so many crazy twists and turns and whatnot. So I get home, and of course I'm soaking up family time and embracing my kids and my beloved dog and eating food that I haven't had in 4.5 months. And at first I'm like, oh my God, I want nothing to do with my phone. Keep it away from me, keep it in the next room. By about 2 months later, man, I was right back to my old habits. These very brilliant people have learned how to design these things so that they just burrow in our brain and command our attention. So I'm sorry to say that even after my digital freedom and my digital detox, I'm basically back to it.
All right, PG, I'm just about out of time. One more question I want to ask you. When you saw the news...
And Lincoln, we can you might not want this, and I'm not sure I'm offering, but if you ever need a sick day, maybe I could pick up the slack for an hour, or we can continue the conversation some other time.
We would definitely... let you come in and fill in for me. We can get that done.
I mean, is my rear end still indented in the main seat there?
Yes, it is. It's still here, and we will make that happen. If you want it to happen, we will make it happen. Trust me.
Well, your agent and my agent can huddle up.
All right. One question: when you saw yourself on video, the FBI had recorded you. Did you have any idea? Were you ever suspicious of these guys at any time?
No, I think I actually said this. I took the stand in my own defense for what ended up being 4 hours of direct and cross-examination. When you're a Cincinnati City Council member, you meet people with different accents and different education levels and different styles. So, were these guys a little bit quirky? Sure, but they came to me saying, we want to help you revitalize a dangerous, blighted spot in the heart of downtown Cincinnati. What council person wouldn't say, absolutely, you want to do something that's good for the city, let's go ahead. So, and again, when you're living something in the moment, sometimes it looks a little bit different, but in retrospect, so of course, there are moments that I would have sort of slowed down and wish I could have handled a little bit differently. But no, I thought these at their core were guys that wanted to do something that was good for the city that I love.
All right. Hey, PG, I'm out of time. Man, I wish we had more time, but I'm glad you can give us this time.
We'll do it again sometime.
Okay.
Give Tamiko a big hug for me.
All right. Thank you, and we appreciate you, PG.
Have a great weekend. Talk to you.
Thanks for your call. Let's take a break, and then will we have any time when we come back? We won't. Okay. YouTube folks, we'll do an after show. So that's going to wrap it up for me. 12:30, The Buzz.
Join a community of lifelong learners to meet new friends and learn new things. Ollie invites adults age 50 and better to experience no-stress classes.
All right.
Okay, since I'm going to have to break that interview up, I might need you to do like an intro and an outro.
Okay.
And I can plug them in.
Okay.
Yep.
Let me know when you need it. What am I? Oh, just Lincoln Ware, 12:30 Buzz, PG Sittenfeld. We've got.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's get back to the interview with PG Sittenfeld.
Yeah,
that's what you need.
And then one to go into commercial break.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let me know when you're ready. I don't have 4 minutes. We got commercials that I didn't take my break on. Weiss, let us run this, please. You still have 4 minutes. No, we don't. I didn't break it 45.
Yeah, I got to run 4 minutes of commercials. That's all we got time for.
Jeez.
All right, whenever you're ready.
Okay. 12:30 WDBZ. Let's get back to the interview with PG Sittenfeld. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back with more from PG Sittenfeld on 12:30, The Buzz. All right. Okay. All right. So those FBI agents came in with accents and an envelope. And he said he didn't pay anything. He said he didn't have to pay anything. That's what he said. Y'all said how much did that cost him? You know, he says he paid nothing. He paid nothing. He said the Trump administration didn't want to face him at the Supreme Court. Oh, yeah, they call me One Take Ware around here. Sometimes. Oh, boy. Oh, okay, James Muhammad, what would you have asked? What did I miss, James Muhammad? Oh, my God. You wanted me to ask, were you guilty? Are you guilty? What do you think the answer is going to be for that one? Jeez. Easy place to do time compared to other places in Ashland. Okay. And that's right. He was in the same prison with Pastor, Mark Pastor. That had to be a moment. Hey, we were just on city council. Now we're in jail. Man, jeez. Man, they got all those TVs up there in prison. You got to listen to it on your little. That's crazy. That is crazy. And then the black folks got their TV. They want to watch BET. Then the white folks want to watch the Sci-Fi Channel. I don't know what white folks watch. I don't know. Pastor's out of jail. He's been on the show since he's been out of jail, Dwight Johnson. Pastor came in here on the show talking smack. He was talking smack. All black folks don't watch BET. It was just a joke. Ain't no BET, more like the CW. Okay. They do have, I know in one jail in Ohio, they have Star 64 on it. So some guys watch my show sometime. I've heard from guys that watch my show. He went to a camp, not a prison, but it still would be tough. Anytime you put somewhere where you can't leave, it's got to be tough. Daryl Brown grew up with Jeff Pastor. Is Sharpton working today? Lincoln, you have a point. There are no black sitcoms on network. BET is the go-to station. I've already interviewed Pastor. We're talking about Jeff Pastor, not Mark Pastor. Oh, my God. I should ask him about prison currency. Oh, please. Ramen noodles, honey buns, Snicker bars. Well, he got some peanut butter. He did say they brought him some peanut butter when he came in, and Pastor had oranges.
Yeah, I was like, an eyebrow did raise up about the peanut butter and the oranges. I was like, oh, boy.
Yeah, that is right. Abbott Elementary is a black sitcom, so there you go. Unbelievable. Well, yeah, Pastor, how long ago were you producing this show when Pastor came in?
When did he come in?
Oh man, maybe it was Raven. He came in after he got, boy, it's been maybe 2 years ago. 2 or 3 years ago.
I came back in 22, I think.
Did you come back?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember how long ago it was. Yeah.
It might have been Raven, because I didn't take over till a year or so ago.
Yeah, that's true. Samuel Campbell, thank you very much. But it's never enough for some folks. Do they watch Beyond the Gates on black television? Oh, you're right. Beyond the Gates is pretty much a black soap opera on the networks. So you're right. Man, that's, boy, I wonder when are they going to bust Bill's wife? I can't wait for her to get busted. Bill's wife, Paula Johnson. Oh, Jeff Pastor's your nephew, Clifford? If I had had more time, I would have asked him about Ndukwe. Did he feel betrayed by Ndukwe? But Ndukwe did it to stay out of jail. And I don't blame him. You know what I mean? Do I do this and stay out of jail, or do I not do it and go to jail?
What did Ndukwe do?
Wore wire.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, boy. They said they hope your girlfriend is real, Terrence. Oh, boy. Today, I think Bill will see Haley through the window talking to Randy. Yeah, I know that was on the previews last week. Yeah. Oh, my God. Jerica, please. Ask Ken Lawson and Clyde Bennett about their time in federal prison. I think they might have been in the same one that PG was in. Oh, God. You want Bill's wife to get away with it. Are you kidding me? Just kidding, Terrence. Leela said. Jeez.
Tee-hee.
Right. Oh, boy. Now he's out there conning seniors. Now, like I say, he helped those seniors out because it wouldn't have made him look good if they had got evicted. So it was in his best interest to make sure they didn't get evicted. Why is it that no one else got clemency and a clean slate in that? Well, because they were all three different cases. All three different type of cases. Yeah. Oh, please, Jerica. Okay, what didn't I ask, Jerica, that you would have loved for me to ask? Please tell me. Armchair quarterback. Bill is a jerk. Now, Bill, I mean, he's starting to turn into a good guy. He used to be a jerk. Oh, please. Is your date older than you, Terrence?
No more date questions. Thank
you. On the advice of your counsel, they want you to plead the fifth. Pleads the fifth on the advice of counsel. I'm not staying around too much longer, Clifford. I still got over 300 people on here. Well, 299 now. Oh, boy. Leela, that's a good one on Heidel. All right. Lincoln, your COVID anniversary show when Auntie Sharon made the appearance. Was it the anniversary or was it my 70th birthday? I think it was my 70th birthday when she made the appearance there. You think? I'm thinking it was. I don't think he didn't sound like he was going to run again, but he didn't say never, absolutely never. But he left the window open a little bit. Buy gas only. Who in the hell is buy gas only? That's the first time I heard of you, buy gas only. Who got a name like that? All right, Elaine Patterson. Regina Moss, not yet. I'm still working on it, Regina Moss. I'm checking out too, Mark Williams. All right, folks, don't forget tomorrow, Jeff Weiler, tune in. We'll be live on YouTube out of Jeff Weiler. So tune in tomorrow from noon until 2. Noon till 2. Tune in tomorrow. Don't forget. If you don't do something every day, you tend to forget if they just pop it on you. You know what I mean? So you'll be walking around with nothing on, not even the Lincoln Ware show. And then you'll say, oh, that's right, he on today. So, Janice, call me tomorrow, Janice. We could use you tomorrow. All right, I'm out of here, folks. Go ahead, Terrence Howard. You can hit the kill switch.
Hot Button Monday. 1-877-532-5797. Be right back.
Breaking news. The issues, the stories affecting you.